is my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, I've views, that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. Of my views, that's on you. I'll be on a flight soon to Vienna singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda, how do you do? Better get it with my own medicine for you. Never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand back down, now let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand back down, now let loose. Don't mind if I do. 3 is the wind, and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath, like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on the fleet soon, Tony, and I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda, how do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand back down, now let loose.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to the Malta Cyber Series VIII Last Chance Qualifiers LCQ day number 1. Welcome on in, first and foremost. Hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. We've got some amazing games up today. We've got a single best of 1 and then 2 best of 3s to come today. 2 rounds from the upper bracket, 2 rounds from the lower bracket. So we've got plenty of siege action for you to be watching today. Start this off by kicking off and saying things. I'm not the only stream going today. There are a handful more streams going. There's the official channel, twitch.tv/rainbow6neu. That one is going as well. And then on top of that, you have all of the amazing community casters as well, which I'll pop the link in the chat, or I believe you can do matches, matches in the chat, and it will show you a page with all of the matches being streamed currently on there. I believe we've got enough casters today to actually cover every single game. So, regardless of who you're a fan of, you will be able to find a game on this channel. We're going to be covering Asparagus versus Myth Esports. Of course, 2 teams that, if you're familiar with the EU 2-2 scene, you will be both very familiar with. Asparagus, of course, making a very, very great run recently in the 6 Invitational LCQs. Myth Esports as well, currently playing Rainbow Rumble. I believe they're 3rd in their group at the minute, Group A, I want to say they're a part of, sitting at 3rd at the minute, so they're doing pretty good for themselves. 2 very great rosters with a lot of potential, some really great players on both sides, and it's going to hopefully be an exciting match. Kick things off, of course, with a best of 1 series, so it's going to be a nice, quick 1-map decider, but it's very important. It's a very crucial stage of the tournament. I'll pop the upper bracket up for you here so you can see how things look. As you can see over towards the bottom right side of the bracket, that is the match we're going to be watching, Asparagus Myth. And then the winner of that one will be going up against Matchco or No Meanies, depending on who wins that one. And of course, the loser will fall towards the lower bracket. Of course, when you're looking towards the bracket, of course, you see plenty of teams you will recognise here from Tier 1. You've got Ench, you've got Fnatic, you've got Into the Breach, Into Wyoming, who are ex-Wild. You've got Wolves as well. And obviously plenty of Tier 2 sides as well that I think names that are going to be familiar to all of you. Turks, LFO, Seco Patas, M&M Acad, Wild Acad, Bon Voyage, No Meanies, Asparagus and Myth, XITBA. So there's plenty of rosters in this one. And plenty of action had. It's a double elimination bracket, so what happens is if you lose a game in the upper bracket, you're going to be falling down towards the lower bracket. Now, the way the tournament does work is there are no teams starting in the lower bracket, so as it stands, no one is in the danger. Throughout the whole tournament, you've got 1 life on the upper bracket, so you've got essentially, if you lose in the upper bracket, you fall to the lower bracket. It's unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. You're still playing in the tournament, you still have a chance to make the LAN event in March. However, you lose in the lower bracket, that is unfortunately your run done for. We have 16 teams playing in these qualifiers, and only 5 of them will be joining Team Secret at the LAN event in March. Now, of course, you can go get your tickets for that as well, so if you do want do come along, cheer the teams in person, meet a lot of the community in person, I would recommend giving it a shot. So do please go say hi. But what I'm going to be doing for now is I'm going to be hopping off. I'm going to go and get the game and the lobby ready. I'm doing all the observing in that myself, so unfortunately can't blab while I'm getting the game ready, focus on that stuff. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. And I will see you for our first game in sort of 15, 20 odd minutes of Sparrow Goose versus Myth. See you in a few.
Waiting
I ask for something more. You gave me so much less. I wonder why I stay. I am wasting all my time. I'm messing up my mind. I only need someone, and I've been waiting for a sign. I'm ready for your touch. I'll never be that guy.
Everything you want, but you can't have. Number one regret, no takebacks. The hole in your chest, that's payback. Payback, yeah, you better take that. You could call me selfish and critical, I could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't want that. This might hurt, but that's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't want ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just That's just karma. Go and play the part, play the victim. Throw a pity party with your demons. Blaming everybody and you're screaming, screaming. But I'm the one bleeding. You're the one that's selfish and critical, you could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn you, this might hurt. That's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just That's just karma. That's just karma. Don't say I didn't want ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma.
I got lost tonight, under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find, under the stars up in the sky. I got lost tonight, under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find, under the stars up in the sky. I don't know where to take this, I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment, we're living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder, but never getting older. Baby, it's you and I. You and I. Yeah, we're stars, naturally. There's no one else I see. I know you'll follow me. I don't know how to take this. I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment. We're living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder. We're never getting older. Baby, it's you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky. Oh, you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. Hard to get to know me, but better than the lights. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no reason, but I'll sit here every day, waiting for the moment I won't feel like I should stay. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we watch it fade away? Can we let it fade away? We'll take it day by day. Can we watch it fade away? You said that you've been searching, silencing your mind, trying to be patient, but running out of time. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no meaning, I just wanna understand everything that led us here, the teardrops when I hold your hand. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we watch it fade It's strong till dawn, up all night till the morning comes. We love it so we go. It's strong for more. Let's get it on and rave all night long. We're the party pioneers. We will bring the fire when we go for a ride. Party pioneers. Things are going well, 'cause we are the party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. So come on, let's keep the fire burn. The night's not over, there's no return. Only love, it's all we need to know. Together we'll shine like stars in the sky. Oh, we go. Who will join? Oh, we go. Who's in for more? We're the party pioneers. We will bring the fire when we go for a ride. Party pioneers. Things are going well, 'cause we are the party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers. We will bring the fire when we go for a ride. Party pioneers. Things are going well, 'cause we are the party pioneers. Party pioneers. Party pioneers.
Oh, I don't mind a little rain on my suit. A little bit of angry makes you cute. And we've been watching this show so long, but it feels like everything that we wrote went back into the pen we used. It won't take long, even when I'm without you, when I'm without you, babe. So listen up and play along. And that's how time flies, like we on a different timeline. Tell me that you're here and feeling down for anything. Oh, I'm down for anything. It's fine line that we keep on walking all night. Tell me that you're here and feeling down for anything. Oh, I'm down for anything. Down, 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 if we can keep it. Down, 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 if we can keep it. Down, down, down. Oh, I'm down for anything. Down, 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 if we can keep it. Down, 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 if we can keep it. Down, down, down. Oh, I'm down for anything. Yeah, we can make a mess inside this booth. You're taking me to places old and new. Sweeter song than our favorite song. And it feels like every time that it comes on, we just roll on till the day's done and the lights gone. And it won't take long, even when I'm without you, when I'm without you, babe. So listen up and play along, yeah. And that's how time flies, like we on a different timeline. Tell me that you're here and feeling down for anything. Oh, I'm down for anything. It's fine line that we keep on
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out. It's karma. Shh, it's okay to hurt your voice screaming in my face. I know you gotta bark when you don't got bite. Tell me, what's that like? What's that like? Being that insecure, acting up, immature. Had enough, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's karma. It's karma. Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You'll see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out. Snip, snip, cutting your bullshit with a plot twist. Don't waste my time, I don't do toxic. I see you looking at me like she's so sweet. She's so nice, I can do what I like, right? Did I make you cry? I forgot that you're right. You know what you are, you're a baby, little baby. You, now you got hurt 'cause you made me. Yeah, you know what you are, you're a baby, little baby, little baby. You only got hurt 'cause you made me bored. It's karma. It's karma. It's karma. Snip, 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 snip. I'm so bored.
I've been in and out my mind since I hit your phone. I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along. Yeah, we've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates. And they say communication, safe relations, okay. Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way. 'Cause I can see it on your face. I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? Okay, now hold up. Let me get something right off my chest. I've been meaning to read into it, time to put it to rest. Is it stress? Is it that I ain't answer your text? Don't you treat it like amnesia, you know I always forget. Stirring the pot real hot, watch how the plot thickens. Around the clock, tick tock, need more than 20 seconds to get your attention before it's on to the next thing. And I'm over here again wondering, can I hold you, hear your truth, pull you closer, talk it through?
Girl, you know that I'm the one that you can come and complain to. Your silhouette's amazing, but your brain is a maze too.
So can you help me find my way while I find something to say?
I know the arguing just augments everything going both ways, but baby, I can see it on your face.
I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide.
Welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to the upper bracket round 1 of the Malta Cyber Series VIII Last Chance Qualifiers. Do thank you for bearing with during that little bit of a Pleasant start to the first game. Unfortunately, we had this lovely little issue of invites just being a bit funny. But hey ho, doesn't matter. We're here now. And that is, of course, all that matters. We've got Asparagus and Myth Esports, of course, two very prominent Tier 2 rosters. Of course, one that had a really phenomenal run in the SILCQs not that long ago. And Myth, of course, pairing things up over towards the Rainbow Rumble. Another one of these amazing Tier 2 tournaments. So, plenty of action. These two teams have had... They've gone head-to-head with each other plenty of times, no doubt. But only one can remain in the upper bracket. It's going to be a best of one to kick things off. All of the other games from here on out will be best of threes. However, this one, kicking things off with, we're starting things with a little bit of a best of one. Just starting things with best of one. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, this will be a single map. It's just down to border, as you can see there in the top right of your screen. It is border. A very lovely, lovely cover art, of course, on this wonderful little overlay as Army. Being our first defensive band. Montaigne and Grim, of course, we all know Border. The way I describe Border is a bit of a brawler map. It is just pure chaos. There is a great way to start it's a great way to start the day, really. Phenomenal. Wake everyone up. Guns flying left, right, and centre. Amazing clips happening. We're going to just do that quickly after. But we're just having some fine Moss issue. It's alright, we've had tech issues galore going into these games. Of course, spoiler alert, over on the Fnatic game we had a blue screen, I think, in the first round. So, Siege is decided. Saturday is obviously not the day for some video games. As we head into things, of course. Can we play without Moss? Fake. Just get it confirmation put in here if both teams are. Yep, okay. Right, they're ready. Beautiful. We can get back into things, obviously. As thoughts go back and forth between these two teams. Anyway, round one of border. Asparagus starting on the defensive side. Of course, Warden being taken out. That's an operator that I really do quite like to see taken out of the picture. On just this map, of course, we have, of course, with Ying, the execute heavy. You can see there, Blitz. Moss on. Yes. God. Chaos. Econ as we load through. I'll pause that one. There we go. We will head it into the round as normal.
Attackers need to
of course, the players. Nice to know there's, of course, double check. It's hard to tell when they're being. There we go. Cool. Right, we're going to play the game out as normal. No more Moss-related issues. Fingers crossed. Just got to be 100% certain with these things. Of course, we've hit the serious point of the tournament now. Not that it hasn't been serious up to this point. Of course, the LCQs had 16 teams qualify through them. Of course, now as we head, obviously, into the important stage of the tournament, these teams are going to be looking to separate themselves and qualify. You need to beat 11 of your opponents. You need to be within the top 5 if you want to be making the LAN in March. Of course, there's plenty of competition. There's T1 competition as well. So there are a lot of strong teams going into these qualifiers, and really there's so many different opportunities for all of these teams to really get through and get around. The one thing I'm liking to see here from Asparagus right off the bat, and it's synonymous with Border really, is this early aggression, primarily here from Rexon, who's chilling out in security. You saw early on he made a run out, and he's going to be trying it again, but not going to be able to catch anyone. Shields on the side of Myth. You've got Blitz and Osa on the board, as well as the Sense as well, of course, since their little rework not that long ago. Proving to become quite a popular pick in the Pro League. Sort of competitive play. But for the time being, we're a minute into the round. No one's really made an open engagement just yet. All members of Myth still outside of the building. Not really making a move. They've droned out Rex, who they know about his position. Going to go for another run out outside, but not going to be able to find anything in the back. Of course, security is a pivotal position to hold in these defenses. You really need to make sure to be able to. But here's going to be coming the pressure. The player's going to be coming in. Here come the RAU pressures. As you can just see, attempt at a reinforcement from Rex soon, but not going to be able to do that in time. Just going to have to run away with his life there. Security control is going to be going towards the way of Myth. But the first one to fall is going to be Delight. Jay's going to get an opening pick, but it's immediately going to be fought back by Shift on the blitz. Charging it towards the objective. Storms in towards Armory, but gets stalled out by the Vulcan canister. Rexoon looking to cause some chaos on the long angle, sees the head, not able to quite make the shot confirm it. Else though, Myth putting a lot of eggs in their basket towards this Armory approach. However, going to be unable to get it open for the time being due to these new jammers on the Armory wall. Jay continue to hold. 55 seconds on the clock now. Hungarido still on the balcony, which could be a really powerful position to have still active going later towards the end of this round. But it means the players on the site are going to have to hold on. You've got to have a bit of concern there. Rexoon and Packball both fairly low HP. They're going to have to make the guns work, and they're going to have to try and win. Sees the feet, able to down blitz through the wall, and that's exactly what Asparagus needed. Shift's going to fall. Left to respond. Myth still stuck outside of Armory balcony for the most part. Engo going to be coming in from below to try and clear this half-wall position. Rexoon's going to have to make a move. Going to have to swing out. Going to get pinched in between the two players. Beautiful bit of team play there from the side of Myth. Shuts it down. Choco confirms the kill. 2 versus 3 now, but 15 seconds. The clock's going to come to play the factor in this round. Hungary still on these stairs. Going to be separated from site, so it's just going to be all down to Packball for a minute. However, he's going to get dropped by Dom Mantas. And now Hungary falls to Mengo and Myth. They're going to get themselves a first round. A slightly shaky start to the round, but a good closeout from there by Myth. Able to make what they got working. Able to make what they had work. And they get themselves round number 1 on the board. Asparagus, I mean, not going to be attempting that one again. Going to be heading down to workshop ventilation. Our second objective. Bringing the pulse out as well. This, of course, is one. Border, there's a map with a lot of vertical opportunities, a lot of soft floor. Especially by a lot of those top floor entrances. Almost all of the top floor entrances have some soft floor component either directly on or very near to them. Obviously, Border's a small map as well, so wherever you go, there's going to be something very nearby. However, of course, you look to that, and of course, the effectiveness of that pulse throw, the C4 from below, will of course be something that could definitely play a bit of a factor into this round. Something else I'd like to talk about as well briefly here, while we're sort of going through the prep phase here, is of course going to be the mid-season update that occurred. If you aren't familiar, Year 9 Season 4 Patch 2 dropped earlier this week. And of course, we're now playing on that, so there were, of course, a few little changes within the most recent patch to the game. Of course, Oryx, for me at least, being my favourite change of the assortment. Being able to, of course, bring his weapon up a lot quicker when he dashes. Sledge is now 2 armor, 2 speed. But losing the hard breach charge is going to instead be either having to rock the claymore or the stun grenade. You can see Dom Mantas here is on the stuns. Legion as well, taking a little bit of a nerf, having 1 less goo mine, a bit longer to recharge, and having a secondary utility switched up a bit as well. And slug shotguns sort of getting nerfed across the board. You see, Oshi quite been very, very vocal lately, so it's nice to finally see that being taken out of sort of mission for at least a little bit. I'm sure there are some great Bosch G players that will still be able to make it work, but it's not quite as strong as it once was. Now, of course, if you are... None of the really operators play too much of a factor into this round, really. But these shows going to be playing too much factor. Just make you all aware there also has been a little patch, a little update. You may see some operators, some lineups change across these teams. But vertical, at least on this side, it seems like the Buck and the Ram is going to be preferred. This first Boogie drone makes its way in through top floor. You see there, Hungary sees it. Dyer able to make that C4 work that I mentioned earlier. Dom Mantas is going to fall early on. Down to the defense, still in this top floor position. Jay and Dyer. With a spray through the soft wall, not able to make it connect. However, pressure from security. Now, top floor is becoming a bit of a death trap. 360, players all around. Jay's going to lob the C4 out of the window. He's able to confirm the kill onto Delay. And now I think here comes the drop. Hungary's going to be staying upstairs. For Jay, job's done. Pick's got 5 versus 3 position now. Really strong position for Asparagus going late into this round. And Shift here, 90, trying to pick up the pieces, supported by Choco, is able to find the first pick. On towards Dre, looking to retake it in the top floor. But he's still got a player up here, he's still got Hungry upstairs. Holding the angles with the shotgun, the Myth. They've got a minute left to try and clear this top floor player. Before they can look down towards the objective, but the issue is the operators. You've lost 2 operators. You've lost the Ram and the Buck. Those are your operators that are the focus point for the vertical play. Sure, Choco does have some breaching charges in pocket, but they're no way near the destructive potential that I think Myth were aiming to bring into this round. Of course, really leaning into that soft floor vertical style of play. So the operators that Asparagus have been able to get early on really have benefited them. Exactly what they're going to be looking for.
Reloading, cover me.
We'll be able to use the hard breach charges. Get the hatch open. So the sees one below. Not quite able to make the pick. Rexoon able to actually get the gunfight out on that one. Jocko and Mengo all that left standing. Mengo takes down Packball. Top floor presence for Asparagus well and truly gone now, but with 25 seconds. Drop into bathroom. What can these remaining players of Myth get cooking? Rexoon holding the long angle on the Valkyrie, not good for either. 2 versus 2 now. Man count's been equalised and the plant needs to be looked towards Choco. To be hiding in the corner on the half. Looking to get it, however, here comes the pressure from outside. But Dyer's able to find the kill. Mengo's going to be swinging for the kill, but all the players of Myth need to do
5 seconds to go.
to tempt the plant, but they're not going to be able to. Asparagus can just play the clock. Dyer's going to swing and confirm the kill, and Asparagus find the second round. Much better looking late round from them. As round number 2 goes their way, we tie things up at 1 apiece, and so far, at least in the first few couple minutes of this game, nothing truly is separating either of these two. Nothing is separating these two. We're going to head back up to Armory Archives. Of course, Myth sort of had a really sort of, I'd say, a bit of a wobbly mid-round. Decent early start. It's a bit slow to get started, but once it did get started, it did get going. It was decent, and then it was the end round where they really excelled over Asparagus. So Asparagus, they're going to be looking, I think, the end round response there, and I think really what it was is we had the Fenrir player outside of sight on the other side of the map, and the call to return to the objective just came in slightly too late there. And of course, at the end of it, you had this issue where you just had Packball all on his lonesome on the objective, unable to really get anything going on his own. Of course, he falls, and then the remaining player just had to sprint. Wasn't able to. So, of course, we'll be looking to see a little bit different from if you're a Asparagus fan. Of course, Myth, I think they'll be looking to get this one a bit pacier this time, and I think the lineup's going to be indicating that. You look there to the bottom right of your screen. That lineup, for me, of operators screams we're going to have a very fast, pacey round. In coming out, of course, Myth banning the Warden, and I'm surprised it's taken till round 3 for them really Ying. On the board, of course, we did see Blitz in round 1, but this time we're truly leaning into it with the Ying. Of course, there's going to be Shift bringing it out. Warden's taken off the board. They don't really have any utility to deny those Candelas on the side of Asparagus, so Myth should have quite an easy time trying to get the kit down if that's what they attempt. Of course, 4 smoke grenades in pocket as well. And Shift and Mengo, and of course the Glaz can see straight through those as well. You've got Domantas on the Amaru, looking to make a play from below with the Garahut. Could be a really aggressive round, but Packball will be playing security this time around, and we wanted to have something to say about it. Of course, as always, that's going to be the first one. Need to clear it out, but Shift, it's a beautiful shot towards Packball. Early man advantage going the way of Myth. Good start to the round. This is what I wanted to see from them. A quicker start to things, a much pacier go of it. We're a minute in, they've already got the opening pick. Doc's taken off the board. While security is still in the control of the defenders, still a better start than was before for Myth. You can see below, you've actually got players. 2 below, actually. You've got Delay below on customs. Likely looking to secure and try and catch any roamers off guard. There's not going to be anyone down there. Looking to make the rotate your shit. You do have Dyer upstairs. Looking towards security break. Going to be going for a bit of a swing now. Towards the position. Packball falling. Dyer's going to return. Looking to go for a bit of a run out, however. Going to just get spotted on the drone. Not going to be able to fight things. There's a lot of players below for Myth, which isn't something we see all too often on Border. Of course, normally it's very horizontal pushes. They're not making their push just yet. They're still biding their time. Dyer able to use that time and find pick back towards drop. 4 versus 4. Now going through. Here come the Candelas. Here comes the push through. Insecurity, but Jay's good for 1. He's able to find the pick towards Mengo. And as the players of Myth, they've decided how they want to assess this one. Of course, Shift in a bit of a tricky position here. unable to really go into security because there's still players there, unable to go in towards Armory because there's a Vulcan canister in the way, and Shift, and then just have the tree. Sees the one onto 90, going to be Dire. But position's now been read, position's now been telegraphed to the whole team, and Dire can continue to just circle the player. The light is elsewhere. Finally able to sort of make the rotate back towards the teammates. So they are going to be playing this together, but 4 versus 2, 40 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a very difficult one for the attackers to pick off. Hungry catches Shift on the crossfire, goes to push towards, and a second for Hungry. The lie falls, and Asparagus, they find themselves a second round in a row. Much better hold on the top floor than we saw from them previously. They take the lead now. And of course, so far, like what we're seeing from both these teams, of course, a really, really great start, of course, from both sides, really. I think no one's really had any colossal fumbles just yet. No early day sort of wobbles, which is something that does occasionally happen. We have, say, a bit of an early morning wobble. No doubt, it's midday here in Europe. It's midday, 1 PM here in Europe now. These teams have been up for a little while. They've likely got some ranked games in, or however they like to practice. Of course, this is one thing that I always love when they interview, especially tier 1 players. They always have, some of them have very funky pre-game routines.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
They have these very interesting game day routines. And I'll only do this on the game day, or I'll have this for breakfast. It's a very specific, odd combination for breakfast. Yeah, as I'm saying, all of these players, they're likely, awake by now, of course. Seeing so many Myth. Gonna be doing another bit of an operator pick. Swaps of Rooney. Gonna be, yet again, using the 6-pick feature, and they've really been taking advantage of that so far. Most of these rounds, really, they've been swapping operator lineups. They've not been sticking with what they've started with, and they've been going over towards something else. In this case, seen the Ying being tried again. Very execute-heavy lineup. Of course, Blitz being passed around a little bit. Reverse with a fairly standard lineup. Running outside, but that's just to get an F-nat out there. Not going to need for spawn peak. Jado. Maybe wanting to run out for something a little bit more. Not quite. Just going to get a Grismot out there and then run back. Jif throwing a Candela very early on in towards the objective, and I think we're just going to be seeing a bit of an early push here. And Sight's left completely unmanned. Asparagus, hello, they're planting. Hungry and Packbull are sent down to respond, but I think Choco's good for it. Does fall eventually, but it does not matter. The Fuser is down, 4 versus 4. Shit. Shift on the window, Myth. All they need to do is hold on. Really difficult retake this one here. Jay's going to be outside the building, trying to make some chaos happen, but going to get taken down by Shift. 3 versus 4. Myth, they read the room perfectly. They assessed there was no one in the objective. There was no one home. Asparagus, they're going to attempt this retake. They're going to be trying some toxic babes. E1D's going to be going for it. Packball's just going to be going for the defuse. However, Shift should be good to cover it. Mengo gets another. And Asparagus fall just like that. Myth, beautiful assessment of opportunity there. And a great round from them. They realise site is vacant. There's no one home. They can storm in, take it down. And Asparagus, they didn't really get too much of a chance to respond. It's the Mantis. Wait, that was a very big run out there from Jay, I believe it was, doing the run out. That was a very, very extended run out. But in a situation like that, it's go big or go home. I think there's very little you can do to bring that round back if you're going to play it safe. Post-plant in Vitella's window is not a time to be playing this game safe. That is an opportunity for you to be going fast, trying something a bit crazy, and that's exactly what was attempted there from Asparagus. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. But no doubt that's a sort of strategy you try once and then you don't let that happen again. If I've done that once now, and a very, very fast round like that, Asparagus, you watch the site a little more closely from now on. Sort of a bit of a palate cleanser, if you like, that one. Don't try extending your hold too much, because we'll punish you for it. We'll hop straight in and take it, and that's exactly what they did. We bring back up to the position we found ourselves 2 rounds ago, where everything is tied to a piece now. Of course, penultimate round and a half.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Myth continuing really. It does interest me. They're always, every round I think almost so far, there's been someone 6-picking. I mean, that entire roster 6-pick changed here. I do like what we are seeing from them though. It indicates they're reading the game. They're happy to sort of change on the go. They're not so locked into their strategies where they're not going to really stick into things. They're happy to change their operator lineup as they go, which is, to me is a good indication that they've got a good amount of strategical depth on there. see how things translate as we head towards the other half in just a couple of minutes for the time being. It's 5-on-5 start of yet another round. Let's see how Myth can get this one going. You need to clear the top floor presence for this site. You won't be able to get in and plant just as easily. Obviously, all the vertical presence on this objective. It's very difficult to get in and get a sort of a ninja plant down like we saw a minute ago. They're going to have to try something a little bit different.
Reloading!
Of course, attacking team, they're going to have to clear the roam first. And they're going to get a direct trade there. Mengo and Dyer are going to be swapping out bullets, a headshot each. 4 versus 4. But the Pulse dies with the C4 in pocket, I believe. Obviously, that's a really strong piece of utility. But there is 3 more on the side of Asparagus. So it's not like the end of the world. But Heartbeat Scanner, really, really useful for getting rid of that part, really for sort of telegraphing no C4s, and well, doesn't seem like it's going to be playing too much into this round as Dyer will take the Heartbeat Scanner to the grave. Here, the vibration, the second logic bomb, both in pocket now. And a run out, very aggressive one from Jay. It didn't quite work out last round, but it seemed to work out this time. Shift's going to fall. Delay going to be storming into Armory, but not aware of the one hard behind the wall. They see defeat, they are able to take Hungry, but he does take one to the grave with him. It's 3 versus 2 now. C4 from below, downs Choco. Now it's just a Mantis. Wants to try and get the teammate up. They're going to have to be cautious. Vertical angle. Rexon's good for the kick. And it's going to be yet another round for Asparagus. His sight working out for them a second time now. Able to get this. We head towards round 6. Armory Archives will unlock for the defensive team. Bathroom Tellers, though, is going to be the site choice of Asparagus. They're going to be heading back. Down there, obviously. Not going to be letting the mishaps, I suppose, that happened the first time round happen yet again. They're not going to be letting that one go through. They're going to be a bit more cautious to anyone just hoping to throw themselves through a window or very early on. They're not going to let that happen quite again. Instead, they're going to sit back, wait, and hopefully it'll probably be a bit more of a slow, more traditional round for the side of Myth. This time, I don't think we're going to be seeing anything too crazy from them, but to be fair, unpredictability so far seems to be the way Myth have been playing this one. Constant change up of their pacing is really keeping Asparagus on their toes. One Asparagus might have to score lead right now. Myth, they've definitely done some really great work on the attack, sort of varying the pace of how they're playing. You can tell Asparagus, they're being really tested in how they're having to respond to these. But it does feel like some rounds they're biting off a little bit more than they can chew, and Asparagus are able to make the read and make the rotates required for Myth and really get an opportunity to respond. So, hence the lead in the scoreline we see right now. But
10 seconds left before
we'll have to see how this one goes, I think.
discovered the location of a bomb.
And of course, a full operator, it wouldn't be a Myth attacking round at this point without a full swap around of the operator lineup. And of course, that will be what we're used to seeing. All of these players. Now you can see here, Myth will be going for a bit of a different operator lineup to what works before, and I think this is it. It will be telegraphing here and more of a traditional round from them. Nothing too pacey. They're not going to be hopping in with all of that execute utility. Of course, Asparagus are likely to be bringing more utility towards the objective, hence why the Flores has been picked. Of course, you've got the Banshees, you've got the EDDs, you've got quick cameras there. You can see Choco going to be getting rid of the Lie as well on the Bravo. You can see there's hand trap going to be moving in, likely going to be getting the default camera as well in a second. As you can see, really a lot of focus on this utility game from the side of Myth. Of course, anticipating that Asparagus would respond to them and sort of reading that in the prep phase, that their response to the rush is to just bring a lot of utility towards the site to be able to sort of anticipate these movements from the attacking team. Three? Well, he might be wanting to get away with something aggressive. Got to drop down a Banshee. First E1D is going to be going. Not really any movements made off of it. Dyers, though, going to be able to get a pick on towards Domantas. Ball's going to drop down towards site. Still got 2 players up on the top floor for the side of Asparagus. Minute 40 going. All they really need to do is hard. I mean, they've got man advantage yet again. It's left the Myth really to be able to respond with this one. Left them to kind of find a way through and respond. Choco responds beautifully with a pick towards Dyer, able to get the pick. Outside shift. Looking to, I don't think it's going to be a hop in here. I think this is to bait out some utility, bait out a smoke. You can see that they're wasting a lot of that utility. Instead, it's going to be a push towards the top floor. Delay charging in. Choco to Archives. Going to be storming through. All the players of Asparagus have fallen down though. Top floor will be in control of the attacking team, and likely with Mengo on the Nomad, you're going to be able to get those air jabs down, keep it that way, stop any rotations from happening. Still got 5 in the pocket as well, drone-wise, from the side of Myth. As you can see here, moving them in sort of flank watch positions, of course, Dominatus being dead. They're going to be able to respond hungry. Might have been thinking about a little retake there, a little opportunity at a flank. But going to get out by the drone and going to be thinking better of that instead. Myth,
Attackers have
they
dropped
have
the
to
bomb
start making their way downstairs now. 45 seconds on the clock. Mengo's going to be first. Heading down. Doesn't see anyone directly right off the bat. Got players upstairs watching. 2 off sight and a bit of a free pick there towards Jay. He's going to fall. Man advantage going to be flipped around. Going to be going the way of Myth now. Hungry. Sees the head of Mengo. Takes him down for it. Makes it 3 versus 3. And that first of all presence you sort of had is gone. And the thing is, the bait play from Shift earlier, it sort of worked. Sort of waste a bit of that defense utility. However, you don't have any utility left for the execute now. And you see there, Choco's just going to get caught sprinting in. And it's the kill feed's just going to light up for Asparagus. You waste all that utility early on. And unfortunately for Myth, that means you go into the dime 15 seconds of the round. You don't have anything left in pocket. Asparagus get themselves the 4-2 half. Got the driver's seat for this game so far, I'd say. But Siege is a game of 2 halves. Things can drastically change on both sides, of course. So we're going to be heading back to Armory Archives. Is no surprise at all there, really. Of course, top floor favoured objective between these sides, and generally and amongst everything, it is the favoured side. Myth, their defence is though going to be shaking things up a little bit. Echo being brought out, one that we don't see all too often nowadays, but of course, going into the late round, really,
Attackers
really
need to
useful.
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And you combine that with the Goyo, you combine that with the smoke. To me, this indicates that, and the Malushka indicates to me that Myth, they want to play this one slower. They want to burn time and just let the Echo and the Yokai do the talking towards the end of the game. I believe that's the strategy they're sort of going for here. Asparagus, though, seem like they're going to be going for some almost polar opposites, a battle of opposites here. So Thea, one that we really do not see all that often nowadays. Glaz, Ying, Ash and Deimos as well. So a bit more of an aggressive lineup going from the side of Asparagus, something that was very reflective of their defensive half. Pure aggression, a lot all we saw from the Myth. More flexibly. We're going to be starting things off with an attempt at trying to force a bit of a slower round from them. You see there, of course, a bit of information really useful to have. 3 of the defenders are identified on the death mark tracker already, which is a good start to the round, of course. I just would like to have an idea of who the other defenders are, but until you've actually got the marker down, it's not really going to be that useful information for the Deimos. If you can't death mark someone, if they've not been unfortunately spotted them out on the drone, or by pinging one of their gadgets that are unique to them, at that point it will mark them for your team, and then the Deimos can death mark them, hunt them down, and go for the picks. Now Rexon on the Glaz, on the long angle, out here by the vents. Right, Vulcan canister early on. Not going to be too much response from them just yet. As you say, so far, this is a sort of anticipated. A little bit of a slower round here. If not really looking to make too many early picks. We're a minute in now and nothing's really happened. See there, beat of the Mantas. Life with the Yokai there, ready to make a response. Utility is in hand. I've got a feeling Asparagus is going to try something in just a couple of seconds here. If though, so many players towards the objective. This could be a difficult one. From below though, Packball's going to be trying to get a pick on towards the Deimos. Be a brawl between the two. He's able to get him through the floor. Packball, good pick. Okay. Jay, going to be falling to the Mantas. 4 versus 4. The Myth, their defense. Not going to great. Rexon's going to be able to get a pick. Shift left to try and rotate squad. Dominantus goes for a run out. He's able to get Packball, but does get traded back though. 3 versus 2 now. Player towards Fountain, player towards Security, both off site. Asparagus should be able to get the plant down if that's what they wish to do here. Shift's going to attempt to retake. He's going to be thrown a toxic fade free. Mengo though does get a pick for his troubles, but immediately is traded back, leaving Shift in a 1 versus 2. Hungry and Rexoon, they're going to be trying to get the plant though. They've got a minute to play with it. It's plenty of time here to try and identify the position of this remaining defender. Drone's likely going to give away the position, and Rexon's going to swing the corridor with the DMR, take it down, and Asparagus, they're getting themselves a bit of a lead built up here now, 5-2. Great starts there, attacking half. Aggression seems to win over the sort of slower pacing of Myth. Asparagus, they will find themselves with a lead 2 rounds away. Of course, have a quick look at the scoreboard here. So we've got to do at the half mark. You have a quick look towards how things are shaping up here. Rexun and Jay, Dire and Hungry as well. 4 guns lighting up on the side of Asparagus, and that's the aggression that I've sort of been saying from them. 4 of these players are just going bam, 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 and it's really, really difficult for Myth to formulate a response right now. Mengo's doing really great on the side of Myth, 8 and 5 currently, as you can see there as well. Shift and Demantas putting in some good numbers as well, but I feel like it's a very even work coming in from Asparagus. Myth.
New camera feed activated.
I think we're going to look for Goliath and Choco. We need a couple more picks from them, I think, and that will really narrow this game a little bit, if you ask me. But this time around, Myth, I think, going to be sticking to sort of the slow down game, of course. What you see here, Tuberal with the Zoto canisters, going to be able to slow down any attempts at a breach. Of course, Solace as well will be able to play above, play that vertical, deny any attempt sort of at a bump. Obviously, all this soft core below. That is such an amazing factor of this kind of workshop site. So, because all that floor is soft, you can really defend it almost entirely from above. And there's very, very few angles you can get things done from. Hello, what's this? Demantas be able to spot quite a few. We go for the run out, bit of a spray with the DMR. Not going to be able to find anyone, but nonetheless keeping the players of Asparagus on their toes. Shift towards these player. Scanner's going to be going out. Spec.io. Mantis still toying with the idea of this run out, but surely the position is known by now, and it's going to be a very risky one if you do. But saying that, it's definitely a position that can pay off if the run out's done correctly. You're going to see the head of the player above. Unfortunately, not going to be able to hit the shots. Quite well, Dyer's going to be living just for another little day. Just for a bit longer. These clutch drones, though, making some good work on the defensive utility towards the objective. Cameras are going to be falling. Both front and centre, of course. Benefit of clutch drone, it doesn't just destroy utility, doesn't just destroy the cameras, it also converts them to the other side, meaning not only you have to destroy your own utility, as you're seeing Mengo do there, taking out one of his own Banshee devices. Not only are you destroying your own utility, you're losing it, and then it also could be used against you if you're unable to safely destroy it and take it out. But slower start yet again for this round. Asparagus, we're halfway through, no opening picks made just yet. All players still outside the building. Of course, this is very synonymous with border. This is typically what we're used to seeing. First start hungry, taking a bit of damage towards the security player from the Mantis, and of course, EMR. I think the AR-1550 is a perfect choice for holding down this area. A lot of long angles to be held here. Mengo going to be going for a run out. Is going to fall to Blackball though. Mantis looking to try and get this pick, but does he see the head of the prone player? Yes, he does. Zofia will be sending the concussion that way. Mantis is going to fall from behind. That's going to be Rexon getting the pick. Storms in during the distraction. But downstairs, though, Chocob is able to find one on towards Jay. 4 versus 3 now. They've still got man disadvantage. Shift looking to change that, though. Here's the one in Impeller's most likely. He's just going to have to be cautious of when you make the push. Of course, it's risky to just swing the corridor if you're unaware. Drone is likely to give away the position. Now the position definitely known. All that audio given the game away. However, Goliath is still up the stairs on the balcony. And I said about Goliath and Choco stepping up. They're doing so far this round. This is the perfect opportunity for Goliath to do so. 27 seconds. Still got a C4 in pocket. Plenty of opportunity to try and make this one work. Just going to have to try and pick the opportunity. Of course, you've got players all around you. Able to get 2. Goliath not quite able to find the third, but the damage has been done. Things are now 2 versus 2. Asparagus left to scramble, drop the hatches, Shift watching one of them, Choco likely watching the other objective. Dyer's going to fall, Hungry's all that's left, he can hop down, hope for the pick, but with time against him, there's nothing he can really do here, and a Myth Esports, they're going to find the round. Get a bit closer to find things up, 5-3 now. And I said it at the start there, you want to see the players towards the bottom end of Myth sort of lighting up a little bit. And that's exactly what they both do. Both Choco and Goliath there having a really, really, really great round. And from the back of that, as you can see, able to get themselves it. Now 5-3. Wait for the game to have its little bit of a load, and we're going to head back in. From Tellers now. So third site Myth opted to make the full site rotation. Of course, Armory Archives is indeed open, but they're not going to want to be. They don't want to be going back up there until they're going to be trying the other objectives. Definitely feels a bit of promise from that last round. I think Asparagus was definitely gaining some momentum. Towards the latter end of that first half, it seemed like it was going to continue into the second one. But I think with that round, a very confident one, Myth put a stop to that, able to sort of flip things around a little bit, and now they're going to be looking to get a bit closer to time these things up. There. Now the scoreboard on the side of it looks a lot more comfortable now. No more players on one.
10 seconds remaining.
In the lobby, looking more comfortable now. I think it's a really good round. I think both, obviously for the round count and mentally, of course, Asparagus do get one more round. They get on the match point. Obviously that can be. You don't want to be going into the lower bracket right off the bat, because then it's a very, very long way for you to get to qualify to the LAN event. Of course, at least if you're in the upper bracket, you've still got your extra life. One of these teams will lose that life in the next 20 minutes or so. Of course, best of one series, do keep in mind. So only one of these teams can be coming out of this match victorious and remain, keep themselves in the upper bracket.
Defender is exposed.
Shift's going for quite a run out, going for a little bit of a stroll outside the building, not going to be able to find anything. Does hop back in. You can see there, Jay below in passport. But you notice there's the player above. See from where Shift just came back in from. You know, anything, they're just going to be. There you go, knows about the vertical. Bit of a dance here. Shift definitely going to know about the player now. Going to look to play it close with the shotgun. Able to get Jay through the wall, and unfortunately Jay's looking the wrong way at the wrong time. Execute utility is heading down towards the objective, but Asparagus aren't really doing anything off the back of it. They do send pack ball in, but he just gets sent straight to his death. Myth. They seem to have woken up a little bit. Shift's on a double for the round now. 2 versus 5. Dyer's going to hop in. Rexon's still above. Going to give the position away, and of course, Court pulling it out of pocket, going to fall, and now it's all just down to Dyer. Got themselves in the server, going to take down the FNAT mine. But 4 players of Myth with a bit of life rejuvenated in them. They've woken up, they're gunning, they're ready to take this round and make this a 5-4. Surely Dyer doesn't get this one away. He's had a great game so far. Currently top performing player in the lobby, but surely even he can't pull this off. Surely not. And no, not going to happen. Mengo's going to close it out. Myth are going to get themselves the round. And they're able to string 2 together, which is actually the first time they've been able to do that so far this matchup. Of course, really positive sign there for Myth. Now able, of course, you see there, their other rounds they've won, they've been isolated in between Asparagus rounds. These ones, Myth, they're able to get themselves 2 in a row. Head back up to Armory Lockers. As we get into things. 5-4, that lead that Asparagus had very much narrowing now, but they're still in the lead for the time being, still got a round ahead of themselves. They'll, of course, be looking to take this one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
Operator
can.
Light could be changed slightly from before. Frost is going to be coming out this time. That's going to be the main. If you're going to be trading out the smoke for a Frost, otherwise it's very similar Operator Light to what we saw before. And I think that really plays into the way Asparagus have been doing these runs, been popping in amongst a lot of utility. So a lot of players have obstructed vision from smoke grenades, stellars, flashbang. Of course, when you can't see what you're doing, that's a perfect opportunity for a Frost match to camp at your feet. So I think in that regard, it's a good little pick from Myth and Shift as well. Curious to see how that one pans out for them. I like these upwards volts.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Well, I see this 5-4 though.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, this site didn't go too well for Myth last time. And I think this would, if they're going to have a round that's going to be the comeback round, this is going to be truly the round to do it. This is where you solidify it. You're properly back in this game. You're 5-5. We're back swinging. We're back awake in this game. This is the round to do it on. You lost this site last time. It's the only one that Myth have lost on their defense so far. Now it's time to see if they can turn it around on their second go at it.
Reload! Cover me!
Mantis, early on, going to be taking a lot of damage. He's able to take a Bludge Drone down, though, which is obviously a big piece of utility there. Lost for the attacking team. Mantis has to be careful. Sliver of HP. It's very, very risky. Shift is going to be coming in towards the support to take down the Banshee. Going their way. Rexon Aim very closely to the door. Security looking to make a swing into it. Shift is watching it, keeping an eye. Using the shotgun to open up a little bit more of that soft wall. But for the time being, just going to be holding still. Holding position. Jay's going to be taking a little bit of damage from the really long angle there. Don Mantas might be on a low HP, but not going to be afraid to still continue to play. Like he's not still playing, like he's got a full ball there.
Loading new magazine.
Just has to be careful. Of course, even one of those foot shots will take them out of the lobby. And of course, the rotate's pretty much out of the question now for the Mantas. It's how long can you hold this position? How much can you take to the grave with you from the side of Asparagus? Myth. They're looking. Going to be able to do a little bit of damage on towards Hungary. They have a concussion's going to be coming in. The RAU projects are going to be coming in. Dyer's going to be swinging. About to play, but Domnatas is not moving, is not shaken. Shift is going to fall though. It's 4 versus 4, and now you've got 2 positions to look through, and that position is surely gone. Myth, 5 versus 3. It seems like they have a handle on this objective for the time being. He's going to be trying to spray back towards security, try and keep pressure on those players from advancing even further. Mengo as well. But for the time being, they're not going to be able to find anything. 45 seconds on the clock, still a decent amount of time for the attackers to be working with. Point they're out in a minute. Like, going to be trying to get a pick. Is able to find the player on the vertical, and that is huge. However, Choco does fall, and that's catastrophic for the side of Myth. 4 versus 2. Lies, the only one left on the objective. Mengo's going to fall. Now Lie is the only one left standing full stop. Position is definitely known. He's able to take Dyer down, but cornered in this position. 3 versus 1. This is going to be a very difficult one to come out of here. And he's not going to be able to do so. Packball closes it out. Asparagus, they find themselves matched in series point. A really, really great attempt there from Myth, but unfortunately just not going to work out on that objective. And timeout is going to be coming in. This is an opportunity for this roster to have a sit down, have a chat, and try and work out really what's been going wrong so far in these rounds. These, of course, they're 2 for 2 currently on their defensive half, which I don't think is quite what they're going to want to be looking for. They're going to be looking for something a little bit better than that. Asparagus, though. And I believe their coach is CD. What is Wikipedia? Hopefully check. Game, definitely know these teams. Midway through, Myth, their coach is, of course, CD, who I think those of you who may have been ITB fans for a little while now, you will definitely recognise his name. Also coached down in LATAM, I believe, as well. So, very, very big brain. Obviously, CD going to be able to give lots of insight from Tier 1 level. Plenty of experience. They're going to be giving Myth that insight, that knowledge, and for their sake, hopefully what it takes to keep themselves alive in the upper bracket for Asparagus. They just need one of the next 2, and they've got themselves the next shot of the upper bracket, which, I don't know if that game's been... They will be playing Matchco in the next game. That will be, of course, so Matchco won against No Meanies 7-0. So that one will be starting right off of the bat. That one will be starting right after that. Oh, it's of course best of 3. It is after this game, it is all best of 3s. Just this first round here, the upper bracket, that is, of course, going to be a single mapper. Everything else afterwards is going to be a bit longer. A bit more of a time for these opportunities a bit more of an opportunity for these teams to get to know each other, get to play around with each other a little bit.
Changing mags.
Of course, that's the one as well. Nice and quick warming towards the day. Myth, they're going to be giving Workshop another go. Now this site did work for them quite well last time.
I'm reloading.
But they're going to have to change things up if they want.
5 seconds.
They want things to be changed, of course, now.
Attackers
Values,
objective
they
is
find
to
themselves
defuse the
on
bomb.
match in series point. I'm curious to see as well the change up from Myth. Operator lineup wise, it's really look too different to what they've been playing before. I think it's more of an active strategical change, really, that CD was talking to them about. Less more of an operator lineup change. Because to be fair, the overall strats from Myth have been sound throughout most of this game, throughout all of this game, I'd say. Myth have had very sound strategy. It's just Asparagus simply winning the gunfights, able to make those adaptations ever so slightly quicker. And it does feel like for a good chunk of this game, it is a Myth somewhat playing catch-up, but... 2 minutes 15 now. Bulletproof camera's going to go. New information at the top. Heard the gun go, heard the camera go. Just a lot of presence on the top floor here for Asparagus. Oh, sorry. Manta looking for a run out, however, could it yet again be brought to a sliver of HP? It feels like a little bit of deja vu to the previous round. Stuck in this corner as security. Very low HP. Asparagus just looking to wait the right moment, of course. They do have to Sophia, and I don't know if they know. Never mind. Not going to be needed. I was going to say, oh, Hungary can just launch some of the impact grenades into his corner, and he will likely perish all those, but not going to be needed. Rexon, double digits now, 10 kills. Going to be able to find the pit. On with the PMR. The myth. They lose the opening engagement. That one. And go. Playing with Def a little bit with his ace outside. It's going to be Jay. Rexun's come to support as well. Now here's going to come the first logic bomb. All of the defenders, their position's going to be announced for the next few seconds and shift. You're going to hear it. The rotate's going to happen. You're going to get caught doing so. Choco's going to fall the lie. Mengo, all that's left. Mengo's able to find one, but it's still a 4 versus 2. Difficult position to come back from. Spray's going to be coming through the wall, but it's the one behind to get it. And now the game falls onto the lie, and Packball able to close it out. Asparagus, they're going to find themselves the victory here. They're going to get themselves a date with Matchco in the upper bracket round number 2. Not sure whether that'll be the game we'll be watching, but of course we'll be heading there ever so shortly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you all to a very quick break, and we will be back with the second game of the day in just a few. Don't go anywhere.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now?
Sometimes you feel weak. The fear you carry inside wakes you up. The overplaying pattern of memory hides your true face. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me, no matter what what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut. The right path will come when the time is right. Pick your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it up. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want.
No, don't think he ever really knew me. I have run quite a distance, so in some ways I'm truly different. In some way I kept my soul. I got time if you want me to freeze up. I'm new now, I found the flow. I'ma need you to keep up, not slowing down anymore.
What you want, don't ever call me a side. You know what I want, girl, I'm tryna make you mine. Hey, yo, excuse me, please don't confuse me. Liquid in my cup, I keep it juicy, juicy.
I used to be like that way back then. I was way back then. I had ways back then. On the hip, in case the obstacle up. My homies, I be always had the hook up. You
Me what you want, don't ever call me a side. You know what I want, girl, I'm tryna make you mine. Hey, yo, excuse me, please don't confuse me. Liquid in my cup, I keep it juicy, juicy.
I used to be like that way back then. I was way back then. I had ways back then. On the hip, in case the obstacle up. My homies, I be always had the hook up.
Oh, don't think he ever really knew me. I run quite a distance, so in some ways I'm truly different. In some ways I kept my soul. Don't think he ever really knew me.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you very much for just having a little break. Of course, we are back. We're going to be up with our first best of 3 of the day. Now, I'm really hoping this has automatically updated itself. Let's give it a go. Upper bracket. Gosh. Wow, that actually has updated itself. Awesome. So as you can see here, this is how the upper bracket is shaking up at the minute. As it stands, there's not been any upsets just yet. I say just yet because ITB Wild Academy, ITB Wild Academy, Fnatic M&M Academy is still going on. I am actually going to have a quick look at that game just to see how it's going. Just going to have a quick look on the old clean feed, see if that one is still going, who's winning. So mild spoiler alert, that one is in overtime at the minute. So if you do want to go and watch the one, I believe Ponte Sherlock is streaming that one. So if you want to go over there, have a look at his channel, see who is doing that one. Of course, then you'll have Fnatic ITB up in the upper bracket as well. You've obviously got into Miami X ITBA, which obviously seems like it's going the white mile as well. Obviously, it's still going on at this point, so there's still plenty of action. Of course, the importance is, of course, these two teams, they're a couple of rounds away from solidifying themselves. Now, believe how we're doing this is anyone who makes the upper bracket semi-finals, so those 4 games in the middle of your screen, matches number 13 and 14, that will be, or no, matches of 15 and 29. I don't know how this works. But either way, whoever wins the upper bracket semi-final in the middle of your screen, I believe if you win that, that is your ticket to Malta booked. And then, of course, we look towards the lower bracket on the other end of things. You have to win the lower bracket final to be able to get yourself... Yeah, but if you win the lower bracket and then you have a 5th seeder match against the 4th, one of the teams up at the top chunk of the bracket, I believe, something like that. There's 5 teams either way. I'm obviously very much not the best dictator for these ones, but of course, if we keep changing the screen, have a look at the lower bracket. A few of the matches have started to solidify their way through. Now, of course, we have our first lower bracket final, lower bracket round 1 matchup of the day, and that is of course going to be No Meanies versus Myth. Obviously, we just saw Myth lose, and then they'll be going up against No Meanies, who just also got 7-0'd by Matchco. Whoever loses those matchups will be on the unfortunate side of you are being eliminated from the tournament. So today we'll be playing the remainder of lower bracket round 1. We're playing upper bracket round 2, which is what we're focusing on this stream. And then lower bracket round 2 will be played later on today, and we will of course then see which one of those 2 teams is going to be going on forwards. So of course, plenty of action to be had, plenty more to see. Now of course, Matchco and Asparagus, 2 really massive tier 2 teams. Of course, I believe Matchco are as well playing inside of the old Rainbow Rumble. If you give me 2 seconds to pull it up on Wikipedia, we can have a quick look at things here. Oh, it's all filled up with Malta now. Rainbow Rumble, here we go. If we flip the screen view, you can all come and see here how things are faring up. So this is, of course, how Rainbow Rumble looks at the minute. So, of course, you can see there, these are our 2 groups. Zoom that out slightly so you can see them both on the screen. There you are. So that is how our 2 groups are currently looking. So you can see there, Matchco have unfortunately fallen down. They're not going to be progressing to the playoffs phase of the Rainbow Rumble. However, of course, Asparagus, they are not playing this one. I'm not sure whether they didn't qualify or whether they just didn't play this one. I'm not entirely sure. Wikipedia doesn't have full team history of them, unfortunately, so I don't actually know who. But it does mean that, at least for Matchco, we can sort of see a recent result. Some of their recent matches, we can, of course, see some of their recent results here. And this is the game that I wanted to have a talk about. Recently, of course, 6 Invitational 2025 SQs, so less than 2 weeks ago now. God, it feels like ages ago. It was the LCQ finals. But Matchco lost to Asparagus in these finals not too long ago. 1-2 go in the favour of Asparagus. Now, if I open this up, it should let me see the full map veto of this one. Yes, it will. So you can see here the maps. Of course, Cafe, Consulate and Border. You can see the various results of the games there. And guess what? We have a map veto ready for you all here as well. This is our map veto for this side. So as you can see, we have Cafe Dostoevsky being picked yet again. Of course, you saw this here. 8-6 going the way of Asparagus. Clubhouse then being our second one. And the other maps, not at all pertinent, but this is the map lineup that we will be seeing for this matchup. It will be... Guys, scroll up on that ever so I don't get it all on screen at once. There you go. I can get it all on screen at once. So we're going to be first kicking things off with Cafe. That is, of course, going to be Asparagus's map pick. So give me 2 seconds. As we're talking about this, I'm plopping this into the overlay as well. Clubhouse is going to be picked, of course, by Matchco. And then as our final decider map, we're going to be having Bang. Never knew Malta had a tournament for Siege. I might play as well. If you do !Malta, !Tickets, all the information on the tournament. There's the land finals, still tickets available, and because of the time of the year it is fairly cheap. So I would, if you're in a position to do so, I would 100% recommend going to that one. See there, we're slowly getting the players back in towards the lobby. Of course, it's Jurgen doing the amazing job of hosting for us this lobby. Both want to watch the game. He's streaming this over, so if you are a Matchco fan, you are an Italian Matchco fan, Jurgen is streaming this over on their own channel on Italian. In Italian, I believe I can find the link to that one as well. Or you could do !Matches, and it will be on the !Matches. It will be on the broadcast there, so you can obviously go do that. So with that being all said and done, we've got an amazing best of 3, of course, hopefully coming our way. Of course, we saw a fairly close last game coming up just a second ago. of course, as we head into Cafe in hopefully just a couple of minutes. We'll see how things fare. I think Cafe obviously last few times. It wasn't too long ago. It did favour Asparagus, but only ever so slightly. So for me, that gives a sign of I can hope we have some overtime on this one. Really hope we see some longer games. Things go in the mile. Of course, then, flip side of things, match car, I think they're going to be wanting to really sort of solidify this one. And I think they're going to need to get this one done earlier than late. I think if Cafe, obviously, I think I've got a feeling with this one, each team's going to win their own map pick, and then we're going to be seeing the final map be the decider. So, of course, with that will be being said and all, what we're going to do, throw you to another quick ad break, and then we'll be back in just a few with match number 2 of the day. It's Matchco Esports versus Asparagus. Don't go anywhere. Back in a few.
I'll be there What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we lay and make the time stand still? What if we stay? Pretend there's nothing else. What if we stay? What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we lay and make the time stand still? What if we stay? Pretend there's nothing else. What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we lay and make the time stand still? What if we stay?
And welcome back on in, folks. We're moments away from getting this one underway, and just as I say that, both teams have readied up, so any second now we will be heading into the game. There we are, game is on. Let's get into things. Map number 1 of the upper bracket round 2, we have Matchco Esports versus Asparagus coming at you live from my bedroom, these various players' bedroom. Unfortunately, not cool enough to have a studio, so we're gonna have to make do with sitting up here. I mean, I've got this. My mum was commenting on my fashion choice earlier. This is entirely irrelevant to the game as the map bands, operator bands come through, but I've got a jumper on, and then I've also got shorts on. It's like there's a bit of miscoordination going on here between like the top half of my body is freezing. But it's not even like a full jumper; it's like a short sleeves jumper. Team Liquid store, by the way, not sponsored or anything, but really nice, really nice. Really nice, really comfy. It's really comfy. I don't like sleeves, so something that doesn't have sleeves. This is such a random thing to just be going on through. But just something that a jumper that doesn't have sleeves is like a perfect fit. Me and the minute I saw it, it was on like a New Year's sale or something. I was like, I have to buy this. So yeah. Anyway, operator bands. Shame I wasn't talking about those, because those were some really funky operator bands. And by really funky, I mean those were some really peculiar operator bands. Obviously, Brother. Got a feeling that one may have been off of the bat of what we saw last game. Obviously, with if I can get my words out in English, obviously you saw Asparagus play a lot of Brava in the previous round. So I think obviously Matchco have been watching, because their game finished a little bit earlier. It was 7-0 for them. Really dominant show over the side of No Meanies. So for them, it was a really great opportunity to be able to just get in, sort of go through the game and go, right, well, this is going to be this, that, and the other, and it's going to work really, really easily. So, of course, they're going to be looking at this from a perspective of they've been watching the previous game, and you can tell their bands are very, very reflective of the last game, and obviously these do have a bit of a history, as I said recently. They played their side qualifiers against each other not too long ago, and this will, of course, be a game that both teams have taken on that sort of probably similar level of, very similar level of sort of seriousness and weight behind it, of course. Very similar look towards the bracket here in regards of which teams are playing in it, of course. So in a way, it's no surprise I think things are going to pan out similarly in Asparagus as well, taking the Sense and the Maestro off the board. Now, Matchco, I'm sure most of you will be familiar with them. Very prominent Italian side within the game, great roster, and of course Asparagus. I think we know them recently for causing so many upsets, and the pure fragging aggression potential that this roster truly has. Rexon's going to spot Heb on the drone there. Have you seen him come through? He's going to be coming up a bit too early. Door from below. You're looking, but for the time being, it's RMO on the top floor, trying to hold off the attacking team. It's not going to be any too much direct pressure coming in through yet, but it's going to be felt below instead. Rexon's going to be charging in onto the Blackbeard. Going to be taking Peb out of the lobby, taking him down. And that's man advantage going the way of Asparagus to kick things off here on Cafe. Oh, nicely come in. Come in from him, but Akwi's on the flank. He's able to find Jay, take him down. 4 versus 4 now. And count ties up. Sandora and Akwi going to rotate back towards the objective. You've got RMO above and Lolo down below. There's still plenty of vertical presence throughout the entire quarter side of Matchco, and obviously Asparagus, they're going to have to deal with some of this. Of course, this site can be held vertically, and of course, it's no secret that the players, one of the players on vertical has a C4, Sandora has one in pocket as well. Rexons getting closer and closer towards this objective. Getting ever so slightly closer towards the objective, getting in there. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. Pack Bulldog upstairs is going to be fallen. Out, not out, should be able to be revived. Possibly. That is isolated for the time being. But so much pressure being applied above by these shields that the players of Matchco really aren't going for it. But Akwi, he takes the head off of Rexon. 4 versus 3. He's traded back though by Hungry, makes things a 3-on-3, but Packball is still down but not out. Dyer's moved outside to look to go for the revive. But it's still cautious because there is still the player there on the staircase. Instead, just going to go for it. Hungry, though, finds the pick on towards Akwi on the Boyo. And now, here comes the opening in towards the round for Asparagus. C4's going to go out from Lolo, not able to connect, nor is the swing. Packball finds it, and it's all just down to RMO. 15 seconds on the clock. Going to have to play this one around the clock, but I don't feel Asparagus is going to be giving this one away. The fuse is going to be going down, baited around, but the position is now known. Here comes the swing from Hungry, and the round with it. Asparagus, they get themselves the first, they get themselves the opener. They've got themselves one on Cafe. As we head kitchen service now, head back downstairs. Now, of course, Cafe, such a map where obviously you do have to do a lot of clearing, but a good set of time management from Asparagus. I think he's continuing that. They're a good aggressive team. I don't think time really... didn't really see it affect them too much previously. Obviously, the border is a very different story, but didn't really too much in the last match go as well. Doing a good job of wasting it there, but ultimately I think Asparagus just sort of won the gunfights where it mattered most, and there seems to be a repeating story for them. They're in the right place, right time. Dyer's saying hi. Oh, okay, Dyer's drones is gone. Just saying hello in chat. I thought we might have a little bit of drone dancing going on. I don't see that very often. I mean, I get it. It's professional play. There's a massive LAN tournament. There's like your prize share of a 20 grand tournament on the line. Yada, yada, yada. I get it. It's important. I want to see a drone dance.
Attackers objective to defuse a bomb.
Between these two teams. And speaking of these two teams, obviously the teams in the previous matchup, obviously we saw Myth. They are now on the main broadcast playing against No Minis. Twitch.tv/Rainbow6NEU, North Europe, I believe. I believe that is what the NEU stands for, North Europe. That is where the rest of the... That is where the Myth game is being streamed. So if you'd like to follow Myth, see what they're getting up to over in the lower bracket. They're going against No Minis now in the best of 3. I'm not sure if they've started yet, but I can tell you it's certainly going on. And obviously, you'll be want to see in how those two fare with each other. They're going to be sending on the drone. But for the time being, Asparagus, they're all outside the building. No one's really made an entry too much into things just yet. Obviously, a lot of pressure being applied towards Bakery. And here comes Packball on the shield. I didn't see too much from Asparagus last time, which really did surprise me. Is this shield bait deck? Obviously, Packball, I think he's actually, when he's on the shield, he does quite a good job of it. I didn't see him on it much in the previous game, but not really needed. And Jay continuing to say that isn't really needed either. Able to find an early pick on towards RM0. As the shield continues to plod around, trying to find presence, but Rexon gonna fall to a run out. Teb just outside the front door, I believe there. Really great little run out, able to find the pit. Lolo though is starting to have the feel and the pressure now. Mounting up a little bit here in the small bakery. Packball is cornered and is going to get dropped like that. Fortunately, the shield goes and Packball win the Montaigne with it. But Jay keeps things even, 3 versus 3 now. But then, as I say that, it's going to be Sandora to get one, Akwi to get one, and now it's just all down to Dyer. Left outside in the bakery, small bakery repel. A small bakery repel? That is the small bakery repel. No choice but to hop in and try and close this one out, but it's not going to happen. Lolo's going to find the pick. And Matchgo, they answer back with a round of their own. Yet again, we find ourselves tied at 1 apiece, which is something I think always seems to be very, very common lately in this tournament. We have these two teams, of course, and they always do the way things tend to play. They tend to find themselves at 1 apiece. Heading up towards the top floor this time, though, for Matchgo. Now, Cafe. Of course. Cafe is a map. I think it's got a lot of useful objectives in it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
At the end of the day, I think it's one of these maps where you really have to try and do this. And I think the top floor hold, I personally, I'm not in love with the top floor. It's not my thing. I find it's very, you don't have a lot of wiggle room with it.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And you sort of have to have this massive anchor hold. I like to go for a bit of a wander around the map and just see what sort of chaos I can cause. Of course, these two teams
10 seconds to go.
much better in the game, so they will be doing hopefully a much better job of this top floor. You can see Mirror and the Castle very much leaning into this anchor-centric sort of site hold. Of course, vertical below, something that has to be cautious of. Site setup does seem to continue on the important round for the side of Asparagus. Something we haven't seen from them yet today is going to be the Gridlock. Of course, denying any rotations. Now, I think Gridlock can be more useful on these maps with, let's say, a lot of stairs on them. You say here, for example, Red says, you can throw your track stinger down here and completely lock that staircase rotation, same as over towards White. And of course, you've still got 2 more of them in pocket, so there is a plenty good opportunity for teams to get this open. Here comes Dyer. Now I'm in with the Rotero drone, seeing what they can get going. Gonna scout it out, but likely it's going to be aimed at. Very likely it's going to be aimed at these cars. They like to get these open, obviously hide the cover from it. Of course, no, but down below, Jay is going to fall.
Attackers have dropped
Taken down early on. Matchgo get the pick early on. Backball's going to be sent downstairs. Likely try and find a response, try and find a retaliation, but it's not going to be immediate. RMO and Teb, they're the players on their own. They're the ones left to hold this. Teb, though, made his way all the way downstairs towards the bottom of White and the VIP. RMO is over in reading. Instead, Packball going to be going back upstairs for the time being. A bit more focused on the objective, trying to bait it out. Of course, Claymore trying to go down here from Packball. He's going to take out some of the team's own utility down. I'm not sure. Someone who's a bit better at this game than me, can they please explain the point of this? There's got to be something I'm missing with that. There's got to be something I'm missing with this claim. Okay, I was about to say, don't tell me it worked out. That was Jay's cable, which was placed in the from beyond the grave. Yeah, if anyone that knows what that claymore is for, please enlighten me. Dyer, I'm going to enlighten Sandora with a bullet to the head. Lolo, though, going to answer him back. Rexon going to be hopping in through the fire, but is not quite able to get the pick from it. Akwi just about able to come better in that one. Lolo, though, getting aggressive, sees the players dropping. Dyer, though, swings in, gets a triple on the round, a double from there, and now it's just a 1 versus 1. RMO versus Dyer. Position of Dyer is known. RMO, though, going to have to give theirs away. Trying to take down the track stinger, and in the process of that, Dyer knows it's safe to try and get the defuse down. That's exactly what happens. Pit's going to go. Flashbang, stun's going to be going through. Here's the mirror window break. Knows the player's playing close, but RMO with the shotgun swings it close. Is better for it, and a bit ropey and a bit dicey for a second there, but Matchgo do walk away with a round. They do get that one. It's a good explosion of aggression from Asparagus towards the objective, but unfortunately, I think just lost too many players at the last possible second, and that first player dropping straight into the line of sight, unable to obviously hide behind the bar and get the defuse down. Resulted in Matchgo being able to walk away with that one. Armo Lovely little clutch up. Denies the quad clutch on the other side. However, it was almost there. Very much almost the one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Match go. They're going to be 2-1 to lead now. Hovering out, they're going to be taking the lead. 2 rounds back to back. Lolo and Ackley really having a great game so far. 8 kills
Located by
between them.
attackers.
On the side of Asparagus, it's fairly similar to what we saw before. But no really standouts just yet. But of course, very early days yet. We're only on round number 4. We head round number 4 coming through now. Match go.
5 seconds to go.
Giving the old
Attackers are heading out to defuse
the old
the bomb.
fireplace objective. Yet another go. Matchco won this one last time. Of course, Matchco. Asparagus won this one. My God, I can't get my words out this game. Oh, what's wrong with me? Getting my words out this game. Going a little bit crazy. It's only the second best. It's only the second game of the day, and already going slightly crazy. Actually, looking to get a bit crazy. Looking to get an early one. The only player out there is Rexon, but he is watching the run out. I don't think they're going to fall to it. EMR's, of course, there through these top 4 barricades to get them nice, wide and open. It's down below, underneath the skylight. RMO fighting on. Teb, really lobbing a C4 out the window, not able to find anything on it. His top floor presence for the side. But hello, what's this? Is this a player on a drone? No, it is a Claymore. Of course, that is the suffering of the recent Solace nerf. Of course, you don't know what you really got when you're seeing it. Of course, Aqui there, not sure whether he's identified a drone or whether he's identified a player on a drone, or in that case, Claymore. That's the difficulty. You don't really know what you've seen until you sort of use the overdrive to ping it. So, of course, you do have to be quite cautious of that one. Of course, there. That's the live finals. You are interested? Do come and have a go. Do come and have a watch. But a storm in sight from Asparagus, though. A bit of a whiff from Tef. Feeling a little bit windy, and Rexon's able to capitalise on that. They drive the man advantage. Sandora from below. Acme's going to try and make a rotate. Back up White says, does she the shield from behind? And I don't think he knows. No, he does not. Hungary's going to fall. And that's the Kit down as well. Kit's cold for the time being. The response is going to be looked for from the side of Asparagus. But Acme's going to be running around with his life for just a little bit longer. Goes into laundry, runs away to reading. 3 versus 3, minute on the clock. Kit should be able to be recovered by the attackers, but the man advantage they had, and more importantly, I think the safety that they felt they had trying to get a plant down, wasn't quite able to happen. Of course, Kit is still cold up just outside the bathroom. Okay, that's the inkling. There's one below. That's going to be Sandora. They're going to have to rotate. And that's the top floor. In the control of the attacker team, they're going to be able to get.
Recovered the bomb diffuser.
They're going to be able to get one. There's a massive brawl towards the top floor, but then obviously it is Cafe. So much of you does get it towards the top floor. You might be like there. Almost getting forward into thinking the top floor is the big. No, it's not. We're downstairs. Still got one more floor to clear for Asparagus. Time to do so is rapidly dwindling away. 25 seconds on the clock. Rexon going to be forced to drop into laundry. Not going to get caught in engagement directly. However, time to do so. Packball is going to be caught in one. Is going to get into a down state. And they're not going to go for the aggressive swing. Matt Cohen said, just going to play a bit slower. Let the revive come off the Kit. There's no choice but for it to go down here. They're going to be chasing. But there's a one prone inside a fireplace, and they explode. It's going to be Acqui. Matchco get themselves inside, formulate a little bit of a lead now here on Cafe. And of course, tactical timeout for the first time so far this afternoon, coming in from Asparagus. Now, I just had to Liquipedia. While this timeout is, of course, going through. Now, Asparagus, I don't believe they have a coach. I'm 95% sure. I'm just going to quickly check as well while I'm here. Staff, they do have a coach. They do have Sassy. Sassy is a coach, Italian coach. They've played various tier 2 teams throughout all there. There goes a coach. Obviously likely to be passing on a lot of that insight towards the side of Asparagus now. Of course, and then the other thing you want to take a look at for Asparagus obviously is that going to be, you have a look at this Asparagus sort of open qualifier, the finals for the have a look at how the sides played out on Cafe here. So, the last time these two teams played, it was Matchco. They got a 4-2 defensive half. At this rate, that looks like what they're going to be getting. Very much so. It was two 4-2 halves from our side. That looks like what we're going to be seeing here. Obviously, defense getting the advantage before. Reading's going to be coming out for the first time this game. Not going to be heading in. Not going to be opting to head back down pitch. Obviously, it's unlocked now. But will instead be going towards Reading, which is the first time we're seeing the title game. But then it is, of course, the FA game. And oh my, upset in one of the upper bracket games. Ex-ITV Academy have just beat Into Miami, aka main Wild roster.
10 seconds remaining.
So, yeah, upset. Ex-Wild will be the first Tier 1 team to find themselves in the lower bracket, I believe.
Attackers must
No, there are two Tier 1 teams in the lower bracket. Hello, upsets. Both Fnatic and Into Miami find themselves in the bottom bracket. Well, there's going to be some spicy games going on down there for the rest of this tournament. You know, you thought, obviously, expectations aside, you did think it would be the Tier 1 teams obviously making it through. But no, two of them, Fnatic and Into Miami, find themselves in the lower bracket. Off the bat, they're going to have to fight their way through. No lives to spare. Interesting. Would have thought all of the Tier 1 sides would have been the ones qualifying through the upper bracket, but doesn't seem that's going to be the way. And this is one thing I do love about EU. We know how strong now Tier 2 teams are. They are phenomenal rosters. We have such a deep pool of talent here. It's Teb proving that to HJ down. See the body falling there. But it's a hop in towards top of red. They are able to find it through the wall. Good response. I think Teb looking for a little bit more than he could chew there. Is going to fall. So, update you all with the state of the bracket. Probably we'll do it after the half. Have a quick hop to the bracket in between. Of course. Just getting the C4's going to go. Not quite able to find it, smart. Lolo. Tried it. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find it, but does give the hand, of course, impactful in the fact that the wall is now open. Of course, Lolo going to have to fall back from that position. Pressure from Hungary outside. And then you can just see the shield's just going to be coming closer. Dyer. Dyer as well, following behind the shield, trying to support. Lolo and RMO upstairs. This is going to be a tricky one for them. RMO not looking the right way. Does they know about the one? Lolo is able to find Dyer though. That's big, and RMO finds the other. That top floor push not really working out for Asparagus. So Rexun does answer back though. It's a 3 versus 2. It's Hungary and Rexun. Both their positions are known now. Of course, stuck out on the rappel. And you can see there as well, through the outline, through the wall, Akwi has been able to make his way back up onto the top floor, securing it 7-2, having a great game so far. Asparagus, don't know if the timeout's going to be converted just yet. Going to attempt to spray through the sofa, no one going to be down there. The utility still 45 seconds, so decent amount of time to work with for the attackers, but Rexon is on a sliver of HP, that's the other concern. So low. Should be able to hop in towards heaven, fairly safe. There you go, be able to hop on towards Cocktail Balcony fairly easily. But there's still players upstairs. You've still got the Solace nearby. You've still got Sandora over towards Cigar. The first play is going to be the Solace, and Akwi's going to be better for the pick. And now it's just all down to Hungary below. It is cold. Kit is upstairs, and the defenders, they know that. Of course, Solace giving the position that away. Akwi going to be playing around that. Player drops. All down to the bailiff. Bit windy down in the laundry, but they do find it eventually. But I think that's all Hungary's going to be able to get with this one. Players of Matchco going to let the clock do the final blow. No plant even going to be able to be attempted. No time. Matchco, they get themselves 4-1 lead. Timeout not converted. They're going to take the timeout, but no conversion. Matchco 4-1 up now. Starting to take a bit of a lead. Of course. This is the mild concern point, I think, for Asparagus. They need to get this round. This is a very pivotal one. This is important. And it's not even, I'm going to be, say, be the tertiary bomb site. I think coming off the back of a tactical timeout, not even your tertiary bomb site. I don't know what would come after that. Quad something bomb site? Secondary, tertiary, what? Your fourth choice bomb site, your bottom choice bomb site. Reading obviously not what something Matchco wide play. They're picking into that, and not only are they picking into it, they're winning it fairly comfortably as well, I'd say. Starting to run away. Asparagus, it's essential you get this one. You got the first round, but since then, it's been all Matchco. It's, of course, there's a lot of people who call them the pride of Italy. Storming through this match so far, really having a great defensive half, and Asparagus, they're going to need to answer back. Of course, we are early days, and you can see here, Lolo, I think he's looking to get really aggressive with things. Going to be spraying. Going to do some damage on towards Jay, not able to find anything more than that, but that's not all. We're back out the window looking for more, not able to find any more. Keeper it off. That kind of play, that's got to play a little bit on the mental. You know there's players playing so much, and you know they're feeling comfortable. Matchco are feeling comfortable here. They're feeling all right, and I think even if this one doesn't go their way, they're happy to sort of swing their ego around a little bit just to really solidify. They feel they're in the driver's seat here, and of course, if they win it playing this way, I think for them it's indicative that they're really in the driving seat for this matchup. Asparagus left to try and formulate somewhat of a response. Of course, all 5 players are still standing, but you can see it's all players are outside the building. Time being. Cool. Looking to make a breach in here. Could just be storming through. These are the players above. He's looking. What Packball wants is, you can tell Packball does indeed want this one, but I don't know if it's going to be able to be found. Just going to be storming through, trying to find any players on the top floor, but you can see there, bottom left of your screen, of course, the player cards. All players, all 5 defensive players, they're all downstairs. They're not really too fussed about this extended roam anymore. They're quite happy to just hold the downstairs position. It will give free reign of it over towards Asparagus. You can see the Yugi drones will start to make good work of that, able to clear out VIP, and of course the Yugi drone makes it very difficult to hold coat check, but RMO doesn't seem phased. Can continue to hold that position. Of course, if you want to take this bottom floor site, 2 of the positions that you really need to clear are VIP and coat check. Now you've got RMO, coat check, Sandora over in VIP, and their positions haven't been shaken yet. A minute on the clock, the attacking team still trying to find an opening in this round, and haven't really been able to do so just yet. Rexon cautious, and you can see there as well, you can see he's spraying because he doesn't know. Look to the top right of your screen, folks. There's 3 drones left active for Asparagus. That is not a great number. Intel has really been slipping away from them as the vertical game continues to be played.
Reloading.
Ebb walks away a little bit worse for wear, but Matchco get another drone. It's 2 drones left for Asparagus now. Keep an eye on that one as we head towards the exit. If you're pushing in blind, it's no doubt certainly a death trap, and Matchco going to be looking for a 5-1 half here. Rexon down at the bottom of white, down to trying to push towards VIP. Going to try and set up a pinch here with Dyer. But they need to use some utility to force player out. But 15 seconds, you can hear it. All hell's breaking loose. VIP still active. They're still good for it. But it is 3 versus 3. The site seems to be under the control of Asparagus. Matchco going to have to make the retake. Kit's going to be going down, but Hungry, he's going to be the only one left to cover it. Going to be spraying through. Sees the player, but Sandora finds it. But I think that's going to be it. And yes, it is. Asparagus, they're going to fall unable to hold the site. They do get in, but those power positions left unchecked. It's an easy retake for Matchco. They get themselves a 5-1 half.
Defenders win.
2 rounds away from taking Cafe. 1 round away from match point. As things sort of heat up a little bit here. Asparagus left leading to answer back. Of course, keep in mind, this is Asparagus' map pick. They chose to play Cafe. You can see it in the top right of your screen there if you're just joining us. Weren't here earlier on for a little pre-talky we had. Because there's not really a formal name for that anymore.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Little pre-talk we had. Sick pick on the defense. Okay, Siege. This game's just proven to be a little bit weird. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, if you weren't here for our little pre-show talk bit, anyway, you can see in the top right of your screen, there is, of course, the map veto, or the map selection for this best of 3. See, we've got Cafe live, currently Asparagus' map pick, and then you've got Matchco's map pick, and then finally our decider going to be
10 seconds to go.
now, of course,
5 seconds left. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
as I say, this is Asparagus' map picks. They really should be looking to win this one. And obviously, as it stands, it's not really too much, not so much been the case as it stands. So they're going to, of course, looking to have a bit more of a successful defensive after. Do so, they're going to have to successfully defend. They're going to have to successfully defend Reading and Fireplace. They're going to have to be defending there. Hear that barricades getting broken up a little bit. Jay holding Cigar, and Cigar, it's become such a strong position. Now you've got Azami, since she's been introduced. She's really been doing some bits, but Rexon going to be the first to fall, and a bit of a quiet game, really, compared to what we're used to seeing from him. Negative, which is a sight, really, you don't see too often. You can hear there, barely. I don't know if you can hear it on the broadcast, but you've got the air jabs. Hungry can't make this run out. And Akwi, Drone's going to give away the position. This is a bit of a stalemate between these two. I think Akwi really wants to get this pick. Doesn't have any more grenades, though, to clear it out. Knows the player's there. You can just about see an inch of the foot. If you take the HUD off, you can barely see it.
Let's have a look.
But they know the Valkyrie's there. They're just waiting for the swing to come through. They know there's a player in that corner, but they can't get it. Finally, though, Lolo is going to be able to find the pick. Jay still suffering the effects of the death mark. Position is going to be known. Is able to answer back, though. Gets the pick on towards Akwi, and it's 3 versus 3 now. The things have tied up a little bit. But of course, still half the round to go through for Asparagus here. Still plenty of time for them to try and formulate this one. Try and work this one out. Spray through towards train. Not going to be able to find anything. Eb's still on top of the roof, which is a bit of a cautious one. Right, sending those air jabs in towards red. 2 of them there, just to be cautious. Now they've got to clear out this remaining top floor player. Jay's still holding up on top. And what's this? The flashbangs aren't doing anything, and Jay's able to get a pick off of the back of it. Takes down Lolo. Eb going to throw the boogie drone. Now going to have to try and clear this mirror window. Of course, flashbang's not really proven too successful so far. So instead, Teb's just going to drop and try a bit more of a direct approach to site. And that seems to be the call here made from Matchco. But the vertical's being watched, and this is the issue with just ignoring it and pushing. Teb's taking a lot of damage. Is now on low HP, but still going to be leading the assault. RMO going to flop it around, go for a different position. Sees the one trying to drop Laundry. Does take Packball down. Dyer left on the objective on their lonesome. Pulls out a shotgun, isn't good for the pick. Jay, going to have to make the response, is able to do so. And Asparagus, they find themselves a much needed round there. They stem the bleeding. They find the first in 5. But it's still a bit of a way to climb back 5-2. So it's not impossible. Of course, we've seen greater comebacks many a times, but it's a risky one. It's a scary one. Going to head Fireplace Mining this time around. Still the 2nd floor objective. Obviously, little stats at the half. If you want to have a quick look at the proper full scoreboard just here, take a few seconds, take it all in, prove it in. Akwi leading the charge over towards the side of Matchco, Jay and Dyer at the top of the side of Asparagus. Guide doing so.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
See the top floor presence. That last sort of just ended up falling apart. That sort of dying seconds there for Matchco. It was a really great start to their attack. They got some good picks. Clear Cigar relatively well, but I think it was just that long angle that I believe it was Jay or Dyer. I believe it was Jay actually hit. Yeah, Jay on his army last round hit.
5 seconds remaining.
Nice little hidden Valkyrie cam. Exposing the Valk cam spots here.
Attackers are moving to
And a lot of these teams, little tricks. But yeah, look at that. Beautiful little electro claw. And no spawn peaks coming in from the side of Asparagus. Automatic trying that towards the end of the last half. Not going to be on the receiving end of it, at least. 2 players on the top floor. 3 players now. Actually on the top floor, Rex and Dyer and Hungry. Going to be trying to hold things upstairs. No mirror window though, so...
Shield deployed.
Positions now. Now an avoidable shield, block the fireplace rotation. This Deimos continuing to work. You can see there. That is a very, very great side. If you're a Deimos player, that's exactly what you want to see. Okay, that's not what you don't want to see your teammate getting blown up. That's not quite what you want to see. What you want to see is on the left of your screen, which of course is going to be all 5 operators are lit up, lined up. He can deathmark track whichever he fancies, whomever so he fancies. He can find them, he can hunt them. That's what you want to see. What you don't want to see is Teb getting blown up 10 a minute into the round. That's not ideally what you want to see. Just thought I'd make that clear. You don't want to see Teb. You don't want to see your teammate getting blown up. You want to see all of those.
Swapping mags.
Obviously, going to the really great drone work. I mean, it has cost Matchco slightly. 5 drones are down. It has cost them slightly, but I'd say it's definitely a worthwhile payoff, of course. You're going to be able to pressure whomever you want. Especially going towards the later round, as you take down these mute jammers. That's everything, of course, you lose by losing the IQ. You're not going to be able to see those mute jammers through the floor. You're going to have to either drone them out and ping them, or you're going to have to actually find them and shoot them out direct. Look at this. Third floor's completely left vacant by the defending team. The only player sort of really contested anything near to it is going to be Rexon in Laundry. The Castle, Dyer, going to be targeted by the Deimos. More than happy to just run about, try and escape with life here. Of course, the intel will be fed. Akui is going to be in chase, chasing the marker, a bit of a round and round. I've got a feeling Dyer's going to be escaping this one for the time being. Take a bit of damage, but he's still going to be able to walk away with his life. Able to find anything off the bat of the first F mark, though. Sandora below is able to find something. Able to find one towards Dyer. RMO going to be able to find a bit on towards Rexon. Mute going to be targeted by the Deimos. Packball below with a C4. Hungry now is the victim of this Deimos. Is this F mark? Is in a relatively safe position. They're just going to drop. And now here comes Matchco. They're going to know that site's relatively clear here. May even take a plant attempt, but first it's going to be a lot of falling. It's going to be Jay exploding with a double. Is shut down by Sandora, but left on a sliver of health. This issue, anything from below, a C4 or anything, but Packball's going for a rotate when the C4 is needed, going to be going for a run around. Hit is almost necessarily going to be going down here. Packball's going to fall. Hungary's all that's left standing. He's below. C4less, going to have to try and find his way around this one. Going to be going for the run out. Does find Sandora. Good bit of game sense to know that's likely what's going to happen here. Sees the Claymore, takes it down, but Lolo just going to be paying the post plant. With so limited options to get back into this objective, it's surely a done deal here. Hungary. Going to have to rotate. Knows where the player is now. Going to make the gunfight. Has the red ping. That's important. Lolo. Position is going to be known. There's a Valkyrie camera somewhere in here, but that doesn't matter. What matters is this gunfight. Lolo hiding behind. We're burning time, and surely there's not enough on the clock now. Hungry. All he can do really is go for the kill. Does get it. But unfortunately, for the take of time, it's not going to be the case. Matchco. They're going to get themselves up onto map point. They're going to get themselves 6-2 lead. Such a close attempt there from Hungary, but unfortunately the defuse on the clock is his worst enemy. He's going to fall. And Matchco, they now have themselves 4 map points. Of course, do keep in mind it's not match point, it is map point. Still the first map. Of course, singular, as in being, of course, you will be able to have a different teams. Different teams on there, and of course, Matchco looking to try and take this one over the line. They've now got 4 opportunities, 4 consecutive opportunities to get this done in regulation. Otherwise, overtime will be on the cards. For the side of Asparagus, it's not quite the show now. I think we saw from them on board. That's not been confidence, the big plays, the aggression has been punished a little bit more by Matchco, and it seems to be really taking a toll. Matchco really taking the lead in this one, getting themselves, I apologise, getting themselves the strong lead, and now 6-2. Asparagus, they're going to need 4 in a row if they want to stay alive on their own map pick. Then, of course, next comes Clubhouse, pick of the opponent. If anything, danger, the big question mark. Going to be on the other side. Of course, players in Matchco going to be making their way towards the building now, fairly standard fashion. Interestingly, though, all players of Asparagus down towards the first floor, not at all attempting to make any defensive attempt. They're trying to hold the top floors. They're all focusing down towards the bottom floor, and free reign of the top floors is just going to be left in control. Now, one we do see it quite occasionally on this site, it's going to be Sandora here on this fuse hit.
Attackers have located a bomb.
To say, it's not one we see a lot, but definitely on this site, it's definitely more prominent than it typically is. Of course, yeah, RMO just storming down the stairs to get an air jab. So vertical work really starts to get underway. Of course, that's going to be actually playing on the buck towards red stairs. See, already started that vertical work. Support as well coming in from Ted, but for the time being, all of the attackers, they've got first floor control nice and comfortably. They know they're safe. the work on below can start to happen any second now. As soon as the call comes through, C4, there is a single one in pocket from Packball, but I don't think he's planning on using that. Instead, I think looking more towards trying to retake some land with the shotgun and with Dyer behind. But they're going to realise, they're going to hear the air jab, they're going to know it's there, and of course, it's very difficult to take these out without being taken out. But C4 does hit its mark. Packball's able to use it, find its mark. Does take down RMO. As the cluster charges continue to rain some hell towards this bottom floor site, as you can see. Explosions going all around. Dyer. There's a lot of aggression from this VIP angle here, and you can see there supporting the Echo drone. Hungary's going to be charging up the stairs with the Okai. Going to see the players. Now Dyer knows there's players. Oh, the flashbang's going to come in. But Dyer needs the ward, and he catches Teb off guard. Is able to get the pick. Matchco find themselves now 3 versus 5. Not the greatest rounds for them so far. So Dora's going to drop in, but oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Eliminates himself with the cluster charge. It's a 2 versus 4. Make it a 2 versus 3. Acqui, 11 kills now. The 2 top performing players so far for Matchco. They're going to be all that's left standing in this one. Flashbang's going to go towards the bottom of white, but Acqui, he's in a real rock and hard place. Crossfire all over the place. Players all around in the objective. This one's going to be hard to come out of. Lolo's going to try and do what he can. Does find one, but no more than that. Acqui all that left. Knows the players close. Going to swing it with a shotgun. Isn't able to find it. Hungary closes it out, and Asparagus, they get themselves a third round in a row. Third round in a row? No, second. The first. I can't speak. I've hit the wrong button in my notes. That's my bad. Oops, oopsie. Yeah. I'm assuming we're not just going to talk. We're just not going to talk about the charge. That was. I was thinking, Storm is really edging for a drop, considering that hole of that freezer is exploding down below, and then he actually drops his own cluster charge. Oh dear. It happens from time to time. We all do it. It's just an unfortunate time for it to happen. Even so, more unfortunate in the game to be It happens. We all do it. Who is RMO? I am actually not sure. RMO doesn't normally play with Matchco. I was thinking to myself, I don't remember seeing RMO with Matchco. Typically, of course, Laura isn't here. Not sure whether. Let's have a look at Rainbow Rumble. Have Lola Laura. Not looking at substitute Wikipedia. If I'm being honest, it's like a search term on Wikipedia, but I'm not sure if that will RM0. Anything there? No. Pass. If I'm being honest. Sorry. Fuji, not Fuji. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, doing a great job. 7 and 7. Definitely can't complain about that kind of performance. Doing well. I'm not sure if it's a substitute or I've got to be honest, I don't know. Even if there may have been something put on Twitter, I wouldn't know because I don't. I think I follow most of the players from Matchco, but they also speak Italian, so I don't really know what they're saying. It's the same reason with like the Brazilian players. I don't really know what they're saying to each other half the time. I can't be bothered to open up the tweet and translate unless there's a lot of replies and it's something spicy. It seems I'd just try and make do with what I can. I'm an English person, only understands English. Either way though, what I definitely understand is a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege. Now Packball in freezer is going to fall towards Rexon. Acqui able to bite one back, and you see there's a player hopping in. Sandora just going to be storming in to get escort below from the C4. But Matchco, these attacks not working out so well for them the last 2 rounds. RMO and Acqui, all that left standing. Acqui on a sliver of HP. And below, there's still a C4 to play on the side of Dyer. They're just going to play the vertical here. Rex is going to be spraying up. They know the players are there. Of course, Dyer, with the yellow pings coming in, may make the move to go for the C4. Not going to be doing so just yet. Rexon's going to be brought down to low HP. 2 versus 3. There's still a good amount of time for Matchco to make something happen here, but it's going to be a difficult one, to say the least. It's going to be a very difficult one to bring this back. Here comes Hungry. Watching the staircase close with the shotgun. Do they know how close he is? That is the question. All he has to do is hold. Don't fire the gun until it's absolutely necessary. He swings. Does a little bit of damage towards RMO, but the position is now known.
Reloading.
Acqui actually is in towards reading and now can cause some problems. Of course, they know there is a player. However, it's going to be going down. You're going to be trying to force Hungry out of position here. What's this? RMO's moved. RMO's above. Acqui now makes this a post pass, and this is a beautiful play from Acqui. Not quite able to get the triple. It's a 1 versus 2. Teammate going to be going for the revive, it seems. Try and bring this man advantage a little bit closer. But no. Instead, Dyer's going to be going for the kick. Going to be attempting to get the counter defuse. RMO's making the vertical. Going to be going for the revive. Now it's a 1 versus 2. This is a risky one. This is a risky and a difficult one. C4 is going to go. It's not quite able to find its mark, but time's just being burnt here. Hit is going to be attempted. Drop's going to be coming through. RMO is able to find one. Dyer left to hold on for the game. Has to get on the kit now. Has to stick it. And surely this is done deal for Matchco. Yes, it is. They take Cafe in a dominant fashion. Matchco. Good half indeed. They find themselves Cafe. Truly, truly good showing from them. However, of course, it now falls on towards Clubhouse to see which of these two teams, whether Asparagus can answer back or whether Matchco, they're going to be taking this series in 2-0 fashion. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a few with our second map of this series. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few. welcome back to our little desk. This is my desk. You can't see it, but there is a desk. This is the desk. Welcome back on in. Of course, we're just having a little break. Players are just having a little bit of a 5-minute breather. Likely a bit of a rundown between their coaches and all sorts in between each game, obviously. Just have a little bit of chat, see how things have been going. Just thought I'd take a couple moments to update you on how the bracket is looking. So let's start things off with the upper bracket. As you can see here, upsets galore with the Tier 1 teams. Into Miami fall into XITBA, Fnatic fall into M&M Academy. Where we were shaping up to have some Tier 1 matchups today, I don't think that's going to be the case unless some more Tier 1 teams fall into the lower bracket. And of course, we have some of these amazing games, and there are some teams that are really, really close. Of course, Matchco, they're one ticket away from booking their spot in the upper bracket semi-finals, which... hold on, let me check. There's something in here somewhere. We were talking about this earlier, trying to understand the bracket. If you give me 2 seconds, folks, I'm going to go and have a hump for it quickly. Let's see here. Okay, so any team making it to the upper bracket semi-finals are qualified for LAN. So, didn't even realise it. Whoever wins this one, they're going to be at Malta. Didn't even realise that going into this one. So let's just add some more stakes to the fire, shall we? Didn't realise it, but of course it will be very cool. Obviously, we won't be playing the upper bracket semi-finals. We'll obviously be seeding all beyond that point. But whoever wins this one will be going to Malta, which obviously means Murals says it's Ghost. Okay. Do we stick with Ghost or do we stick with RMO? Or do we stick with RMO or we'll start calling it Ghost? Stick with RMO. It's what we've got in game. I think we'll stick with RMO because it's what we've got in game. But thank you, Murals, for flopping that in chat. Obviously, yeah, as I say, whoever wins these games will be going to the LAN. However, if you're not, it will then, of course, be a lower bracket run that you're going to have to be facing, and it is a long lower bracket run. As you can see, you fall into the lower bracket, especially this early on, and it is a long, long stage from there. Luckily, I think, and obviously as well, it means that we will definitely... I don't think there's a possibility where all... If we refer back to the upper bracket quickly, I don't believe there is a possibility where we can have... Yeah, so regardless of the outcome, there will be at least one Tier 2 team obviously coming from this matchup at the LAN in Malta. There will be one... There will be one of these two teams will be making it through. Obviously, XITBA or Wolves could make it through. ENTS or FNR6 could make it through. M&M Academy or ITB. You can actually see there, some of the scores are starting to update. ENTS and ITB are currently having got the lead in their match. XITBA Wolves, I will go and have a look, see if I can find the clean feed for that one. I believe it is being done by the wonderful E6 team. I believe they're following Wolves today. So if we have a quick look at that one, it will be slightly delayed from the actual streams of it. But then we can... So if you don't want to see spoilers of the XITBA Wolves game, close your eyes. I mean, my YouTube's having a minute to kind of stream and do all sorts. I've got the game open. YouTube very much sometimes. Understandable. I don't like me very much sometimes. But you know what? We'll leave it like that. And let's flip over to the screen view. You can't see that. That's really helpful. Good job. Good job. Professional at this. There you go. Okay, there you go. You can see it. So, XITBA, they're currently 4-0 up versus Wolves. So there's a possibility we see XITBA on LAN. And as you can see, we're just getting the last few of our players ready. Matchco have readied up. Asparagus are almost readied up. So, of course, we will almost be there. Through, of course, to our second map. Of course, it's now going to be Clubhouse. I'd like to thank you both, of course, for checking, saying hi. Of course, let us know, you know, in chat. Obviously, there is a 4-minute delay, so hence delays and anything I'm saying will be slightly delayed. But of these two teams, do you think we will be seeing in Malta in just a few weeks? Of course, exclamation mark tickets. Go get yourself some tickets if you want to come and see these teams. Because the winner, if Matchco win this, you will be seeing them live at LAN. If Asparagus win this, well, we're going to be going to map 3, which will be banged in that one. It'll all be decided in just a few as we're ready to head into Clubhouse. Let's get going. Here we are, folks. Welcome into Clubhouse. I am, can see team left score. Oh, that's right. I've got to up that. Okay. Ta-da! Match go over our map. There you go. It's reflected at the top now. I've done it properly. I'm good at this. Professional overlays and yada yada. Either way, Matchco Asparagus. Map 2, of course, Asparagus not doing too well on their own map pick. Lost it 7-3. Matchco, now they find themselves on their map pick in what I would argue is very much a driver's seat position for the remainder of this map veto. Or this match, sorry. They find themselves in very much the driver's seat. Very much a position of power. Of course, Asparagus, the last 2 times these 2 teams played this map, it was won out by the side of Asparagus. Last time they played Cafe, that was. Clubhouse, it's a bit more unfamiliar territory. What was the result? 7-3. 2 in 40 seconds. I'll pop that in chat. 7-3 to Mako. Map 2, 240 seconds. As the operator bands come through, slightly more, I'd say, normal operator bands this time. We do have the sense ban, of course, coming through, but for the most part, bands are fairly standard, what we're used to seeing. And of course, Clubhouse. I mean, we see this map so often nowadays. I think it's one of these maps where it's very much a... It's taking Oregon's role very much as the bread and butter map. As if you hear a lot, you'll hear me say a lot. Bread and butter, it tests your basics, it tests your fundamentals, it tests how good you are at sort of that Siege 101. Obviously, this is a lot more advanced than 101, obviously it's quite a high level of play, but the point still stands, it's very much a basic map. You can only be as... A wise man once said you can only be as strong as your clubhouse. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. Am I the wise man? Well, I'd make a prediction, but I'm not casting first in either of these 2 teams. I don't know who I'd... obviously, slight bias, because one of these 2 teams that I'm now casting, well, one of these 2 in the next hour or 2 will be going to the LAN, and obviously I will be there, amongst many of the other casters. Really great
Loading full
bunch.
magazine.
Really friendly, lovely bunch. So I'm suggesting go and if you can make it, middle of March for a weekend, but come to sunny Malta, Sun Sea and a bit of Siege. Open up the LAN finals over. For the time being, it's going to be Matchco. They're going to have to find themselves. See who. See what and who they're going to be finding. For the time being, Matchco, they're going to be. Through, clearing up much of this first floor. However, what you've got to keep in mind, and I think obviously he's playing a little bit of devil's advocate here, is Rexon on the Scopos who's playing upstairs. This is a very tricky one to clear out. Of course, it is utility. It's very likely bin marked. Of course, the logic bomb's going to come through, and that is so distracting as the Scopos. I actually hate that. It's the one thing like I really can't stand about that logic bomb. It's really annoying to be on the receiving end of. All phones going to be rightfully put back towards silent. Not really too much has been made off of that first logic bomb. However, what has been made though is a lot of pressure on this second floor. You can see there, Lolo in construction, able to take a phone from Scopos, and that is, of course, you're seeing this phone animation. You think to yourself, where the hell are they getting that from? Of course, Rexon, you do lose the idle shell. Even if it's idle, you do still drop the phone. And the position player trying to retake in Logi. Jay, going to be given away. He's now in a real difficult position here, but he is isolated. There's only one player on this top floor. It is just a draw between him and Lolo, and he's going to be winning it out. Let's find it down below as well. Teb's going to fall. Not the greatest of starts for Matchco. Asparagus, they get themselves 2 nice, comfortable picks. Hatches, for the most part, have been opened. Bar hatch is open, stock hatch is open. Kitchen hatch will remain shut. Some door definitely could be used, but use this element, but not going to be doing that. Instead, it's just going to be the duel. And Matchco, they fall apart. Rexon closes it out with the scope. There's a little bit of teabag action, and Asparagus, they find themselves round number 1. They get themselves the first. Of course, still early days. Of course, we saw in the previous map, Asparagus did find the first round, and then it was 5 for Matchco. So I don't think I'm going to be celebrating just yet. I don't think it's quite time to celebrate. Of course, I think Asparagus, they need a really good defensive half here. You're obviously 4-2 you're looking at. I think they need something like that here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Ghost.
bomb.
Okay. So obviously they're going to need something. They're going to need a good defensive half there. I think that's required of them really
Attackers
to
have located a bomb.
be able to find this. Of course, say early days yet, and obviously Clubhouse is such a map that these teams are going to be so familiar with. We've done it so many times. How, you know, of course, Rafters not going to be a difficult one to hold. Obviously,
10 seconds
it feels
remaining.
like years ago, and it wasn't years ago at this point. It sounds like an old man. It was years ago. You had to hold this Rafters position without the help of Azami, without the help of the key barricades.
Attackers are moving.
It feels like
to defuse
it
the
feels like
bomb.
it's been years since we saw that. And it has been years. It's still, I don't know what it is. Mentally, I'm still back in year 7, whereas Army was a new introduction to the game. Now she's been in the game for 3 years almost now. Been in the game for a good while now. These operators, we need 2 new operators. The newest operator on this round is going to be, of course, the Ubisoft. Zoto canisters have been in hand. Playing down below us, Dire. Of course, not only do you have the Zoto canisters to try and help Hungry on the bandit tricking, but you also have the C4 as well. Should the breach get open, you can lob one through the gaps in the soft floor, sorry. Try and get a pick off the back of that as well as you've got the DMR. Beautiful weapon. Can do a lot of damage.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Jay is actually going to get the open pick on towards Sandora. And that's the Thermite gone. That's hard breach gone for the side of Matchco. That's not great. Asparagus, whatever was said to them in between maps seems to have been working. Really great start. Aggression that Matchco haven't really had an answer for so far. We're still only into the sort of opening minute of the second round, but things are looking a lot more promising if you are a fan of Asparagus. See, things stalling out a little bit. Matchco cautious of how they want to take this one, how they want to sort of really play the rest of this one. Yeah, a lot of the shores have got quite close to sight very early on in the round, but there are still players below. Selma's going to be working through, going to be stalled out by the Zoto canisters. Playing a good bit. I think Hungry's going to want to try and relocate to that position, take it out, and yes, he is. There you go. Bandit Trick's going to go. As soon as that freeze goes, bye-bye Selma. Hungry is going to take a lot of damage, though. On a very low HP now, trying to fight that position off. Of course, still below on the Tuberau. Not cleared out at all. I mean, it doesn't really seem like there's going to be much focus played to the players downstairs by Matchco. They're just going to be trying to play what they can with the man disadvantage. Of course, a very direct push towards the objective. Trying to just get there. Get what could be below. I think they know, obviously, see their RMO/Ghost sees it, but not going to be able to really do much with it. Lolo has made his way downstairs into stock. Going to be looking for the player now. Going to be looking for the Tuberau. Of course, so much focus is being played towards this upstairs position. That really. Wait. Here's the player in stock. Knows the player there. The recently buffed Sledge now a 2-2. Going to take some bullets being sprayed back, but not going to be able to find a pick. Lolo, unfortunately, going to be able to make. Construction wall isn't open. So going to be sent back downstairs. They're going to be sent back down to death. Dire finds the pick and Matchco really struggling to get into this one at this point here. It's a 3 versus 5. Peb, though, is able to find Packborn. They're just going to be blitzing into the objective. But Jay's able to get one. Jay's able to get a second. Make it a quad. Not quite. Rexon closes it out. But regardless, it's a round for Asparagus and a second one at that. Really comfortable here on the Clubhouse defense. And this, I think, is the aggression. And this is the Asparagus that we weren't seeing on Cafe. That I didn't really see from them. That I wanted to see, but you didn't really see. And this is, of course, head to their tertiary bomb site. By all normal metrics, this should be the one they lose. But so far, I don't think this game's gone to expectations. So
Attackers need to locate
who
and
knows
defuse as many
is
bombs
the
as
very
they
honest
can.
answer. Clash, though. Packball, Mr. Peter Ball, has himself a clash. See how that one will play into this round. Of course, the ultimate shield counter, as I now call her. Of course, those that CC Zap do indeed now make the shield have the knockback effect. Enemy shields, when you're being zapped, you get the knockback effect. So, really strong shield. Really strong operator. Gets shield focused fire. You can see there, Lolo is on the Blackbeard. So, it'd be definitely useful. Of course, time wasting, passive intel, all of that Clash brings, and then some, obviously, with the recent season update. I can't keep saying recent.
5 seconds.
It was a couple of months ago now. These guys have had some time to play with it.
Attackers objective is
Another little
defuse
sliver
bomb
towards
and defuse it.
construction, and Likely going to be doing so. Trying to see any players out on a rappel up there. Yep. Going for the repeller. See here, match code. A lot of players towards Jacuzzi side for the time being. That's likely going to be the first thing. I think they're going to be trying to get open. Which you can see there, Hungary is going to be playing it on the Bandit. Drone's going to be coming in. You have to read that the player is there, and here comes the games. Here comes the mind tricks. Here comes the games. Hungary with 4 factories still in pocket. Still plenty of time to make this happen. Solid stop drifting. Number 1 and I think RMO concussed themselves, denies it, and there you go. Uses the concussion to force Hungary away from out of the animation. Does indeed fall, and that is one of the really good uses of that Zofia. You're able to stop players in whatever animation they're doing, whether it's counter defusing, whether it's counter defusing, placing a bandit trick, bandit bot down. You're able to deny that, and that is really, really good use of that utility here. And it seems like Zofia has really been used well by Matchco. Used her quite a bit so far. And we saw it a little bit on board as well. Packball though, going to be making great use of this shield to kind of keep Jacuzzi. The wall may be open, but Matchco, they don't really know what to do with it. There's obviously still the clash there. Still causing problems for Roller. I think just wants to come in. Do they know how close Jay is? Do they know that Jay is right underneath the window? Are they trying to send Rollo into his death? That may be the case. Hungary gets a pick on towards Teb. Akwi and Sandora still dancing around with the clash a little bit. Jay just going to continue to hide. Wait patiently. Here's the players run away. As focus swaps, it's over now towards Rexon and Dyer, who are looking towards Logi and construction. See, you can hear there in the distance, CCTV wall's going to be getting open, and that's where the attack is going to be coming in from now. However, it's going to be difficult to clear. They do know the mirror windows there. They do know that Dyer is there. Akwi, of course. What's this? Here comes Packball yet again on the clash, being so problematic. C4's going to get past. Not going to be needed. Rexon's going to find the pick. 3 versus 5, and yet again, Matchco just not really able to get their feet into this one. Zaps are coming through. Akwi's going to fall. Just RMO and Sandora left standing. One's going to be walking into Jacuzzi, but certainly to his death. And now it's just RMO left outside the building. Position's definitely known. 15 seconds on the clock. All you can really do in this situation is try, but no. Jace pops out, makes it a flawless for the side of Asparagus. And the momentum is firmly in their favour. 3 dominant rounds in a row, getting increasingly dominant as time goes on. And Matchco, I think rightfully so, put a pause. They called a tactical time at what the hell is going on. The longer this one is going on, the more and more Asparagus seem to really be running away with it a little bit. They seem to be really getting to grips here in Clubhouse. Well, you see it sometimes happen quite a bit in best of threes, where opponents take each other's map picks. Asparagus, they're almost halfway there. Obviously, you need 7 rounds to take a game. You can see, obviously, if you are a bit newer, on the scoreboard there in the middle is what we call our timeline. The yellow marker towards the right side, middle side of it, is, of course, how that is the round. If you win every round from this point on, that's what the round you need to win. So you can see there, Asparagus, they need 4. Matchco, they can only sit on 0. They're going to need to get 7. And we have 12 rounds in regulation. We're heading into round number 4. So just a little rundown of things if you are newer here. Of course, there is, of course, the open qualifiers are long gone now. It's not just, unfortunately, you can't bring your stack along. Unfortunately, if you didn't make it past, you should not be qualifying towards Malta. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of new competition for Tier 2 and beyond in the new competitive year, obviously. Because in a few weeks, obviously, the Goliath, that is the 6th Invitational, is coming our way. Obviously, I think most players, anyone who knows anything about Rainbow Six Esports, anyone who follows it even in the slightest, you'll know what the Invitational is. You'll know it's our biggest tournament of the year. And none of these teams have qualified through. G2 did originally qualify for the LCQ, but due to factors out of their control, they just weren't able to play in the LCQs. So there was, of course, a seeding match. You may have read there was a seeding match. Controller full of that. There was a game played last night where FNR6 made it into the LCQ. That's the way the seeding worked. They're doing quite well. They beat Seco Patas earlier, so they're obviously doing well with the LCQ spot that they've been blessed with. and they've earned. Of course, the real question here is, what does this look like? Obviously, none of these teams here were making invitational now, so they can, all of their focus will be on this tournament, because this is the only competition they're going to have between now and whatever comes early next year. C4 is going to get thrown out, but it is going to get shot out by RMO. Just cautious of one hopping out of secret, but it's still a very, very difficult position to play in here. Jay still playing in stock, still looking to try and make this one happen. But both cautious of players that really aren't there. But a full vertical though is going to be starting to be made. Aqui going to take a little bit of damage in the process. Both players taking a little bit of damage on either side, but not really one walking too bad off the worst where all players now for Asparagus down towards the basement. Early on, as you always see in the clubhouse defense, and now work towards the hatches can be made underway. Bar's going to be opened up. Kitchen is always the hardest one, so it's typically the one that's left to last. Because it's very easy to burn all of your X-Pyros and all of your resources defending. Trying to open up that kitchen hatch. Of course, players playing below. Rexon in this case with impact grenades. Of course, Kaid's on board, so it should be a little easier than sometimes it can be. But obviously, it's not always the case. Just clearing through the top floor to make sure there's no sort of rat players hiding about the place, hiding in the corner. Not going to be anyone doing anything too silly. Hiding about. All players of Asparagus are now firmly downstairs. Now really focus can be made on towards this first floor. You see halfway through the round. Obviously, the quicker they realise this, the quicker they start to make work of it. But just to say, firm their safety, Jay is going to be thinking about that otherwise. As it wants to make a push up towards the main stairs, and I've got a feeling maybe doing so. Doesn't have to C4 anymore. It's just going to be putting a shotgun blast back the other way towards Acme in response. But no, not going to be able to get anything from that. Lolo goes down and says another C4 though does take Sandora down. Down but not out state as the floor continues to explode here, really. Here another C4 go, and it does take Sandora to the grave. Hungry confirms the tip. Wrexham gets another one, and Matchco, they're really struggling here, even with the timeout. This one's not going too greatly. Still all 5 players of Asparagus left standing. They're 3 versus 5, a position we've seen so many times this game. Matchco, what is going wrong? What is it? Where is the aggressive fluidity that we saw from them last game? It's just not really showing here on Clubhouse so far. Asparagus looking good for their 4, guaranteed themselves at least a 4-2 half, which as I said right at the back at the start of this, that's what they wanted. They want the 4-2. But RMO does go downstairs. But unfortunately no more for it. It's a triple kill for Dyer. Closed out by Jay, and Asparagus, they get themselves the round. They get themselves round number 4. Timeout taken, not converted. Timeout, no conversion. And Asparagus, they're running away with it. They're feeling great about this one. Just continuing to dominate on Clubhouse. These defenses, no match. These attacks are no match for the defensive as things stand. And, well, obviously you can sit here and go, well, scorelines are looking a bit grim right now, and it certainly is. For Matchco, I think now is crucial. It's just crucial to make sure you get more than 1 or 2. Reason being for that is, of course, the importance of getting this. It's all about this importance of making sure, because for Asparagus, let's say, get a 6-0 half, which is a disaster situation for Matchco. All you've got to do is fumble 1 defense, and it will be a round going the way, and it will be the map going the way of Asparagus. So, at least if you get 1 or 2 out of your attacking half, obviously 2 I'd say is the minimum expected. So to be fair, Matchco still have an opportunity to bring this back into something less disastrous. But of course, 5-1 is not great. 6-0 is horrible. I won't say horrible is a strong word, but is slightly disastrous. And what I wanted to see at the start of this was the aggression from Asparagus. It's what they lacked last map, and this map they've brought it all. You see here Wrexham looking to get early, looking to make things happen really early on. Hungry as well, playing the bandit trick. Of course, plenty of utility to try and shake him out of position from the side of Matchco. But it's all about using it, and for them really at this point, keeping the players alive as well, that's crucial. Aqui going to be making a swift entrance in through dirt. No players down below, so should be able to really get in towards the basement fairly easily. Jay just making his way upstairs now. Going to be looking to do a bit of a flank towards the players that made their way into the bedroom. However, he's going to be spotted out by a drone and just going to have no choice but to retreat here. And this is where Aqui down below is likely to cut him off, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Chase him out with the drone, chase him down. Beautiful bit of teamwork there from the side of Matchco. Great little read there from them. Opening picks for the first time in a while goes the way of match code. But the question is, can they convert it? It was quite quiet. It was strangely quiet for the point we're at the round at the minute. It just feels like we're having a nice little slow one. Rexon's on rafters, fairly uncontested. Aqua's just continuing this sort of lurk, sneak through the map, but it's going to be caught up by a castle barricade. You can see their Dire as well. 7-0 at the minute, actually. Not taking a single little bit of damage there. Here comes the Uberal from below. And as well, Rexon going to be going outside for a run-up, but is caught by Sandora. That's full Dire. Now going to be having one make this rotate back towards the rafters position. Of course, it's going to be risky to get back up there, but it's going to be something that needs to be done. The question is, they're going for another run out. I think Dire's baiting about doing it. Sees the Uberal. Sees the patch, sorry. Takes RMO down and keeps things at least a little bit closer. 8-0 now for Dire, my goodness. And this round, I think, is the best chance Matchco have had all game. If they fumble this one, we're worrying. But so far, they're in the driver's seat. 35 seconds, push towards construction coming in. Pack Bulldoze answers back. See there. Syria Gate takes down the player, and you can see here, Asparagus, they're not giving away anything. They've got a 3 versus 3 now. They're comfortable to place one. C4 as well. Zoto Callister's going far.
15 seconds left.
Push close in from Lolo. Does succeed onto Dire, but no more than that. Hungry going to go. Lob to C4. He's all that's left standing. I believe it got caught up in the ice, so not going to be able to be
5 seconds
detonated.
to go.
It's still shot out as well. Kit's going to be going down inevitably. That's fine one though. He's going to be swinging for the Kit player, but isn't quite able to find it. And just narrowly Matchco do find themselves around a much needed one. Ever so close. Hungry almost clutched that back, but unfortunately I think just ran out of ammo in the SMG there. And at least for now, Matchco find one. But it's still a long way to go. Bedroom Jim's going to be coming back. Asparagus, the last time they played this, it was a flawless for them. It was by far the most comfortable defense they've had so far this entire half. So I wouldn't get too comfortable just yet if you are Matchco. Obviously, as I said, 4-2 is sort of the expectation. It might have come at quite a late stage and looked a bit bleak for a round or two there, but it's okay. As long as you do it at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. It doesn't matter whether it's a 7-0, 7-0 best of 3 or an 8-7, 8-7, 8-7 best of 3. As long as you get there at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Obviously, once you do qualify, you've got plenty of time, of course, between now and the actual tournament. You've got about a month and a half to practice, to right the wrongs that you've been making. Of course, some of these teams, obviously Matchco will have Rumble. I believe there's still a few more play days of Rumble to go through as well. So there's still plenty of play and tournaments for these teams to be really getting involved with.
Attack's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Still a lot for them to be doing. You'll see. 4-1 lead now. What can Matchco do? Very quick entrance in towards Garage. Not really too worried about anything. I think they've done their due diligence, done their homework. They know no one's towards this side of the map. Thermite going through. Here comes Hungry, sees the Blackbeard, does do a little bit of damage on towards Lolo, but going to fall back. Of course, you're not really going to win that as a one-on-one, let alone when the whole team's behind the Blackbeard. You're just going to have to retreat there. I think that's the right call to make, and glad they knew it as well. Rex, getting a bit itchy to make a run out on this window here. Aqui watching as well. Hello. On the Blackbeard. One of the really old NAL skins. That is one of the really old NAL skins. Really old. Damn. I haven't seen that one in a little while. Of course, bright white, you do stick out a little bit, but you know, it looks cool. So you get style points, which obviously make all the difference. You run into cool skins. You run Glacier, you get like 100% aim advantage. We all know this. This is common game. Jay, making a run out. Not going to do so yet. Oh yeah. Every time I look towards Dire, I'm like, oh wow, Dire's doing. We're 8-1, huh? Get that every single time. Of course, the only round they lost so far is the round been where Dire died. So what I'm saying is, Asparagus' whole win condition is keeping Dire and let Dire get kills. Averaging a little under 1 or bang on 1.2 kills around average at the minute, I believe, which is pretty darn good. maths up there. Matchco, they're close towards the objective, no doubt about it, but they have slowed down a little bit, have stalled out. Jay is still below, which I think could be problematic. Of course, can play the vertical, has the impact grenade as well. But Matchco, I think they're eyeing up a little bit of a hop in here. They might just send Ackley in. Here comes the utility, here comes Stump. It's just going to be attempting to try and get the kit down, and the question is there going to be a response from Asparagus? Kit is going. Jay, you can see the outline below, but it's going to be caught outside from the fall. Pack ball as well is going to fall. Now the kit goes down. But 3 versus 3 retake, site control mostly back in favour. It's just these players outside that are now problematic for the side of Asparagus, and they're going to continue to do so. Matchco made it a 3 versus 2. They're holding on. Rexon's going to be going for the defuse. May actually be hidden behind. It may actually be able to ninja defuse. It may get away with this one. No, he will not quite. Ever so close. But unfortunately, just not able to in the dying seconds of Mako. They make it a 4-2 half. I think it was looking bleak there for the first 4 rounds, but they are able to answer back when needed most. It was ever so close, and I really kind of want to know how close that one truly was. That must have been a really close one. But they do that nonetheless. I will
Attackers need to locate and defuse
let me
bomb.
open up. Hold on, let's get that off the screen. Let's pop that down. Look, that was close, that was. If anyone's actually I can do that off the clean feed. Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly swap to the clean feed, watch Ackley do his thing. I'm just gonna swap to the clean feed quickly. See that's the wrong clean feed. That
Camera
is
feed
the
up and
outside
running.
DBA clean feed. I want my clean feed. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll leave that there, and I'm going to see how far. Obviously, the clean feed is also delayed, so I'll have to wait a minute before I can do the replay on that. I want to see how close that one was. That was really close. That was the late stages of that round. Either way, though, Rexon not quite able to make it work. Does fall at just barely. Matchco do find the 4-2 half that they really needed. Now they get to go onto the defense. They're going to be down towards the basement side, which obviously I think is the expected, as I say, sort of where you expect them to be finding themselves at this point. Well, hello. Towards Freezer. Holding a very aggressive angle. Just waiting. Holding a very aggressive angle. Maybe I can catch a pack ball off guard here. Here's him. But I don't think it's quite going to be swinging him just yet. Likely not. He's going to be doing the run out. He's going to catch pack ball running up. Rexon unable to make the response. And it's an opening pick going the way of Matchco. They're starting to gain the momentum back in their favour now on Asparagus. Want to find a response. Want to try and hunt down this player. But of course, on the roam, Lolo, the other shell was likely towards the basement, so they're going to know it's there. But he's looking for more. He's looking for Rexon. Knows he's there. But bought to a sliver of HP from the player in dirt. He's in a real rock and a hard place right now. May just be able to escape with his life for the time being. Udro going to be heading in towards the first floor. Going to be making a bunch of work happen. But brought down. Lolo, I think, looking for another run out. Not going to be caught on a drone. You see there, the black eye in the background. Going to support the fact that it's safe to go for the run out. And Lolo able to retake the ground lost. And now, second logic bomb gone. You know they're not going to be able to do that again. And you can go for an opportunity for a bit of a flank here. Jay's caught in a real big brawl downstairs. Sees player below. C4's going to go. So you're going to be forced back into the smoke. But more toxic babes. Jay just being gassed out here. Really struggling with this one. Sandora doing beautiful work on the stairs. Yeah, Lolo thinking about the flank continuing to, but these toxic babes really making the attack work for it. Do they know how close Sandora is? Do they know? He's going to go for the swing. He's going to get one, but not quite able to find the kill. Does get the down, but unfortunately not able to find it. And it's Lolo. Takes down Jay, and now here comes the flank from above. This is the issue. 40 seconds now at the right time, but it's equalised a little bit though. 3 versus 3 on the round. On the good, however, Lolo, as you can see there on the left side of the screen, has lost the lifeline. Isn't going to be able to teleport back downstairs, but matters naught. Triple for Lolo. Causing some absolute havoc in this round. Sees Dyer. Currently best performing player in the lobby, 11 and 2. He's going to get caught flashbang. He's blinded temporarily. But still going to be looking to base one. Players of Matchco, they're ignoring
10 seconds to go.
They're ignoring them. Rexon jumps down, goes for the plant, but all that's left, surely this one's a done deal. Going to be spraying, and Lolo closes out. A quad for Lolo in the round. Some beautiful, beautiful play on the back of that Scopos and Matchco. They've got themselves 3 in a row now. They're answering back. Right, the Fuse. Let's slow this down and have a watch of this. I'm sorry, you won't be able to see this because it is on my phone. But, oh, it doesn't show the time anymore. Oh, that's tragic. New overlay doesn't show the time. That's really, really sad. I want to see if this was as close as I felt it was. Hold on. Oh, no, so there was a good maybe, I don't know. I reckon about half a second left on that Fuse around a bit ago. There was a good approximately half a second left on that one. So there's still a little while left. It wasn't quite as close as I think what it might. It was still really, really close attempt and good game sense from Rexon to realise it's not a winnable position, just to try and stick it and hope. And at the moment now, I think I thought as well he may have gotten away with that one, but either way though, what we were saying doom and gloom about Matchco not that long ago, they've answered back with 3 of their own. They're run round the way from tying the game up, which is, considering, as I say, how so negatively, even I was talking about them just a couple of rounds ago. Real turnaround from them. They're answering back in the latter half of their attack and the start of their defensive so far. They answered well, 3 in a row. And I think if they get this one, all cards are on the table. We're looking back to this game as a competitive one.
Loading mag!
So yet again, the bandit trick being brought. Exothermic going towards construction. No, that's not construction. That is not my garage. Actually, I can't tell the difference between my left ear and my right ear. Apparently, either way, construction wall is now opened up. Exothermic's going to get that one, but that does of course mean you've only got 1 left in pocket, and that's the only hard breach you have on the side of Asparagus. They need to make sure this bandit play here is flawless. They need to make sure it doesn't get tricked off, because if you get tricked off here, then you have this issue of suddenly, well, you've got no more hard breach left. It's a very risky position to be in. You can see Heb's below trying to support Dyer. He isn't going to be doing anything yet. Instead, the focus is likely going to be on getting Hungry down below. Playing a little bit with theft here. Heb, you can see down at the bottom of garage. Playing with fate. Okay, not too far away. In this position here from Teb, if you can get it, you can deny the bandits from below using the soft floor. That's exactly what the side of Matchco are trying to avoid. They're going to keep Teb down here for as long as possible. Deny the vertical play from happening. It's a good position to be in. Of course, the wall being open, but instead they're going to be trying for it. The attempting the trick. Got a feeling. Not stuck that one, may have gotten it, but regardless, wall is going to be opened up. Good use of the exothermics and hard breach by Asparagus. Really great conservation and use of the utility. Of course, working with such limited, you have to be flawless, and flawless they were with it. Get the wall open. But that's taken a lot of time out of the round. A lot of time and a good amount of resources. A minute left. First logic bomb's going to be gone through. There's Jay. As you can see here, these bedroom players, they're still left fairly uncontested. So the second logic bomb's going to have to go. Pushing blind here, and unfortunately logic bomb isn't even going to be able to save him. Lolo does find the pick. Asparagus find themselves in a 4 versus 5. They have got control below, but it's likely to have to be a very one-dimensional one from Rafters here. And the player on Rafters, he's still up there. RMO fighting for dear life. Is finally caught. Dyer just hops into sight from the breach, it seems. Slips under the nose. Finds one, but no more than that. A double for Lolo. Rexon takes down Sandora. Lolo confirms the pick. 15 seconds on the clock now. The remaining players of Asparagus, they're just going to have charge in there. No one's on the breach. Hungry. His position to be a marked packball. He's being tagged up by the Toxic Babes. Spray's coming through. Hungry is going to be all that's left standing. Couple seconds to do it. Just going to be swinging the players onto red. Going to be forced to stick it down, but no, not going to be able to do so. They're going to swing it. Save the KD a little bit. And Matchco, 4 in a row. Responded with 4 of their own. And now we find ourselves even. Asparagus, I would say quite fumble in the bag. I think Matchco just sort of warmed up into Clubhouse a little bit now, but alarm bells are ringing, I would say. Obviously now it's round number 9, it's 4 apiece. And what on earth is going to happen now? Matchco seemingly so far having a really great start to their defense. I mean,
Defenders,
mind you,
protect your bombs
we
from
thought
reaching
Asparagus'
inside
defenses were impenetrable. Look what happened towards the end of
Throwing a dread mine. Throwing mine.
obviously, as they've already had this. So we'll see how things fare. 30. Seconds coming through. Well,
Wall secured!
we will see. 4 apiece. All things are tied now, and this is the sort of the concern one, I'd say. Everyone is level out, tied up.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Don't really know who's going to be taking it from here. Matchco have answered back, and I think it feels like we're back at 0-0. Feels like we're back at 0 apiece. Really, the question is, a question of who is going to be making it slightly further on. They get themselves 5. That's of course going to be the question. Well, 2 minutes 30. Jacuzzi ball going to start to be getting over. As well, so CCTV. Lolo's going to have to fall back towards red. Asparagus making quick work of the walls on this top floor so far, doing a good number. You see there on the left and right side of your screen, there are positions on both. Opened, of course, gym bedroom is the site, so it's more going to be focused on the west side of the map for Lolo. Feast stairs, and you see RMO there as well from the wall. They're holding on for it. It's just some real aggression coming into the Asparagus here. They're trying to get this one done quickly. All of the breach utility, but there is a meat jammer on the other side. Well, there was. And it stalls. Gaia is going to fall for Lolo. Of course, I don't know if they were aware of his position before. Now it's all down to RMO to hold down to Cash, really. Of course, Lolo has fallen back down. Going to be going for a bit of a flank. But has to be careful of this Grim. The Grim has the idea below. Rexon is going to get it. Hungry still knows there's a player there, and Lolo has no choice but to make the full basement rotation, it seems, at this point. Even just 2 players isolated. Make it just 1 upstairs on the floor. Rexon on a triple this round at Asparagus. They seem like they found their momentum back. They seem like they've answered back a little bit. And they're getting this one. Driver's seat for this round 4 versus 2. Of course, still a good amount of time for a defense to make a comeback. There is a C4 as well, but it's looking unlikely. 55 seconds. As Asparagus, they're just circling around the place. They're just circling around the buildings, trying to find themselves anything. Trying to find themselves one. Spray, of course, going through the wall. Lolo sees out towards Jacuzzi. See there, the Cowan Hive be going in. Here comes the execute utility, and here likely is going to be coming the push. Jay, tasked with watching the ones behind. Any flanks coming in from Logic. Now about the one in bathroom. Vulcan Canister's going to go. It is going to get one though. Lolo. Time is slowly ticking away. There may still be some potential in this one for Matchco. But as I say that, Lolo falls, and so does Sandora and Asparagus. They get themselves around. They answer back. Finally, 4 blown one way, 4 go the other way, and now seems like no team is allowed to string more than 4 rounds together in a row for this one. Bracket. Well, as we head through, it's now, of course, getting a little bit risky, getting a little bit dicey.
And defuse bombs.
Of course, it's now 4 versus 4 to 5 on the side of Matchco. Of course, Asparagus as well, doing really well to bring this one back. Of course, as you see at the top of your screen, they are a map down, Asparagus, so if they win this one, we will need to be going to bank. It's a bit of a decider. See how this matchup gets settled. Whereas, as it stands, I think Matchco, they've played a good game to bring this one back. Asparagus as well. I think, obviously, lose 4 in a row, that mental starts to come into question a little bit, but they're bringing it back. They're getting in. They're doing all right with it. Now, of course, basement's going to be head back down to the last time. Of course, this was played. Matchco did win the basement, so they're going to be giving it another shot.
Bomb located by
Wow.
attack.
2 minutes 40 on the clock. Let's get things down. Operator lineup changed up from what we used to see in Maestro, Bree, and Porter. Knows Evil Eyes. Well, they're falling the way of the side. And look, 2 of them are in control of them. Rexon, he's playing around a little bit with them here. Gotta do what little damage he can before they get destroyed. I think it's inevitable at this point. You can hear the impact being thrown. There you go. Finally going to get rid of it. But regardless, it's a good bit of play around from Rexon. A bit of a time waster, but certainly also means the defense has to focus on trying to get rid of those. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. I believe if you would like a drum roll, please, we have our first confirmed team for Malta. Into the Breach will be your first team playing at the LAN in March. They take a win over Eminem Academy 2-0. And they will be our first confirmed team. Actually, our second confirmed team. Ents R6 will be joining them as well. So Ents and ITB are our 2 currently confirmed teams. We will be confirming 2 more today. The winner of this matchup and the winner of XITBA Wolves. Those teams will be playing at LAN in Malta. RMO. Really strong position in dirt here. Needs to be able to hold on this one. Swings one, gets it. Does he know about the second? He knows. And he's good for it as well. Double for RMO. And now it feels like we might be going back to what we used to see on Clubhouse, which is just rounds, blow for blow for blow for blow. Packball watching the kitchen hatch, trying to catch the player rotating back in. Of course, RMO on a sliver of HP from those engagements. It's going to be risky to try and run that one. And there you go. The RMO is going to fall, but Rexon and Trash Dyer, they're all that left. Is that Trash Dyer? I don't know what they say. Trash Dyer, and I just read the full name. Free kill for Rexon. Good job. 3 versus 2 now, Dyer. Alright, and Rexon going to hop in. They're going to be trying to attempt to plant. I think 30 seconds though. But Teb's good for 1, and Rexon's all that's left. And I think we're going to be seeing ourselves 5-5 here. The one above does fall. Back we goes. It's 1 versus 2. The position of 1 is known. The other's a mystery. How does Rexon want to play this? He's not got much HP to work with here. He can't be letting the gunfight be taken against his initiative, and that's exactly what happens though. Teb takes it. Teb finds it. Matchco. We're now going back to back. We're now back to normal Clubhouse where we're blow for blow for blow for blow. 5 apiece though. This is one of my favourite rounds. I love this round. Of course, whoever wins this gets a chance at regulation. Whoever loses this, overtime is on the cards if you want to be winning this. Of course, for Asparagus, it's not do or die. You do have the lower bracket, but if you want to qualify today and play the rest of the LCQs fairly safely, you will of course need to be. So, if you want to qualify through, you're going to need to do some tricks today. And it is so important to be able to do so. With Asparagus and Macho, of course, Asparagus losing map 1, they need to win this map and the next one. Matchco, they can win either of the next 2 and they will be confirmed their spot at the LAN in Malta in just a couple of weeks' time, as I say. Joining into the Breach, joining Ents.
10 seconds left.
Joining all of these amazing teams
5 seconds to
that
insertion.
you all know.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Barricade up!
Matchco.
Tread mine out. Let's cause some chaos.
Gonna be down below. Argus.
A bomb has been located.
Reload!
Really doing some spray through, doing a little bit of work. 5 on 5. As I say, whoever wins this gets the chance to win this in regulation, gets the chance to get this over the line. They'll of course be seeing if they can do so. 5 on 5, so as I say, 2 minutes left on the round, 1 in, 1 round, minute in. My words are just fumbling out. Apparently this round, 4 minutes. Simple answer. Raj starts to be getting opened up there. You can see Dre getting it through. Tempo is looking to make kick onto it. Is looking to get a bit aggressive. Maybe able to catch one of these players off guard. He's thinking about it, but no, not going to. Instead, going to retreat back. But he does find one and finds another. Teb gets caught reloading, does get traded back, but the damage has been done. Matchco, they now have the 4 versus 2 advantage. They're 2 kills away from finding themselves map and series point. They know about the one on Rafters. Dyer thinking of how to deal with it. Rexon moving about, trying to find a way to support. Could be denying the bandit trick. A bit of teamwork amongst the chaos here. Dyer should be able to get the ball open once he can find the bandit batteries, but unfortunately trying to look for them. Sandora does get the pick, and now Dyer's all that's left outside the building, waiting for the batteries to go. Unfortunately, batteries, you know what, that's polite. It's worthwhile asking them. I was wondering what Dyer was doing there. Ask nicely. Unfortunately, I don't think Matchco will. I don't think Matchco will respond with such politeness to get the bandit back, to take the batteries down, to open it up, and yeah, I suppose that's the right call to make in a competitive game of Siege. You shouldn't be sabotaging yourself and all of that, yada yada. You should be, playing it properly, and I think that's what Matchco are looking to do. Not going to be giving the bandit trick away entire. All that's left standing, 38 seconds. Now, just getting swung on, and RMO's going to close it out from Rafters. And Matchco, they find themselves match and series points. They find themselves 1 round away from... Is there a hotkey to turn on the stats? Because I keep accidentally doing it. I do apologise for the stats randomly appearing at the bottom. Let me just turn those off. But yeah, is there a hotkey to turn the stats on? Because I feel like I keep pressing something that turns stats on. I don't know what it is. But something keeps turning the stats on the bottom left of the screen. Either way. Either way. 6-5 now. Matchco Asparagus.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
What can they do? Matchco there, 6-5 up.
Deploying explosive.
Of course, in the lead now, as I say, Asparagus, they need overtime. If they want to be able to take this one on towards overtime, on towards possibly even bank, they need to win this round. They've got no choice but to. It's such a great fight from them so far, but Matchco, especially here on Clubhouse, just edged it out ever so slightly. Maybe a saying for Asparagus, they had 4 such great rounds there, but you can see since that 4 to start with, they've just been fighting amongst a sea of rounds going the way of Matchco on the timeline. Ebb and Lolo and Ackley really lighting up, getting really impactful kills when they're needed. And they've been able to get themselves into the position they now find themselves in, which is, of course, a round away from qualifying for the LAN. Oh, no, hold on, pause. We've made a mistake. We've misinformationed. Okay, they're 1 best of 3 away. Grab that, ignore everything I've said for the last few minutes. Grab that. Okay, never mind. They're not 1 round away from qualifying the LAN. They're 1 round and a best of 3 away from qualifying. Sorry. I've just got to cast a chat open on my screen, and it's like, oh, there's probably will be the same reaction pack balls have into that. Oh, not what you want to see with the start of the round. Anyway, Matchco, they're going to find themselves man advantage on match and series point. Okay, apologies for the confusion there. So they're 1 best of 3 away from it. So they're still very close, and obviously a lot closer than the teams in the lower bracket will be. Apologies about this stage. It's all going down in the case. It's not going down in the past. That's just like, oh, oopsie. Oops. It happens from time to time. Brackets are hard to read. Speaking of hard to read, the clash that was really strong for Asparagus is now being used against them. Lolo's on it. I didn't comment on it earlier on in the round. That is something that they, of course, have been reluctant to use so far in this matchup, but Asparagus is now being used against them. We're not really playing the clash so far yet. Jay outside. Sees the Goyo, has the idea of Acqui. Acqui, I don't think you want to give too much away here. You've got the man advantage. Just play it cautiously. Just wait it out. You have the advantage. You don't want to go to overtime. I believe overtime advantage for this one will go, or defense for overtime for this one will go towards Matchco. They will get the defense in overtime, which obviously is very much proven to be the successful side so far, but we all know it throws its head a little bit in overtime. Acqui going to make a swing onto construction, but falls to Jay. 4 versus 4. Things are equal yet again, and now block may become to play a factor into this round. Dancing around a little bit, Rexon. Can't quite push into the objective yet because of those evil eyes. Can't make the plant attempt at least. Caught by the clash. Any attempt at a plant will be severely punished now. Rexon caught amongst the storm of utility. Does he see the Vulcan canister on the wall? Oh, and that could be a saving grace for him here. He sees it. And he's going to pop it. Now the clash can't get into the objective, but there's an evil eye elsewhere. It's all falling apart a little bit for Asparagus. Hungary cornered in the objective. Going to have to try and open up a rotate with the Bailiff. Got no choice but to push in. Caught by the player in Bathroom. Caught by the one in Logi. GG's. And Matchco, they get themselves the win here. They win the best of 3. They won. And now they will find themselves in the upper bracket semi-finals. And what a game that was. Unfortunately, camera. Gee, does the sunlight... Why is it? Is it because the sun is shining directly on my cat? Like there is a window like up there where you guys can see the flare. There is a window up there. I am Jesus. Anyway, I am Jesus. I am him. Either way, I'm just gonna let's just do this like this. There you go. Okay, this isn't ideal, but you know what? It will work. Will it work? Maybe it won't work. I'm just gonna move my monitor out. So this doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters too much. I don't think anyone cares about seeing my face anyway. Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyway, how about if I just... No, okay, that's not going to work. Okay, let's stop being silly. Let's just talk about the game. So, Matchco, of course, won their matchup against Asparagus. A valiant effort from Asparagus, but just fortunately not enough on the day. And they are going to be falling down towards the lower bracket, which I'll pull up on the screen for you now. There we go. So this is our lower bracket as things stand. Nominias are currently a map up against Myth. Wild / Into Miami are a map up against Bon Voyage. Fnatic are a map up against Wild Academy. Seco Patas are a map up against Turks LFO. The remainder of the lower bracket will continue to populate. I'm not sure who will be... here you go. Loser of... Okay, so let's see what match number we just witnessed. Let's swap over. So we just witnessed match number 12. So the match number 12 loser will be going up against the winner of Turks LFO or Seco Patas. So Matchco will be facing up against Turks LFO or Seco Patas. Of course, we look towards our upper bracket as well. Disregard what I said earlier. They're not qualified for LAN just yet. One more best of 3 is needed from Ensign ITB. It will update there as well shortly that Matchco will be joining the upper bracket semi-finals. We'll be going up against Wolves or XITB Academy. Now that one, I believe, is being streamed over towards... I believe that is being streamed on... I want to say it's Puffo Bob's channel. I believe it's E6 and Puffo Bob, that one. Is that being streamed? I'm just going to check. Is Puffo Bob streaming it? Yes, most certainly is. Asparagus are watching this one now, so I'm assuming someone's won, or is just watching my... I don't know. Either way, we'll see. I'll see who's taking the Wolves game, and we'll see who can be followed. I do apologise. Wolves XITBA. I'm not sure who won. One map number 1 of that. Wolves won map 175. So it's by XITBA getting a lead early on. Similar to what we saw here, they do eventually fall from it. Now, for me, that is going to be all today. I am slightly, absolutely knackered. Late night last night. And there are plenty of community casts around to take you through the remainder of the games. So what I'll do is I will raid everyone out to someone who is covering... Probably go towards... We'll go towards Puffy Bob because he's following these teams for the time being. I'll see where he plans on going after this one. Of course, just watching the remainder of that round die out now. But yeah, so thank you all very much for watching. Congratulations to, of course, Matchco for winning that matchup. Best of luck in the remainder of their matches. They're not going to be playing anymore today. We'll be playing tomorrow. We will be back live. Now, the main channel will be back live, I believe, from GMT. They will be live from midday tomorrow. It'll be midday tomorrow. Will be the first round of tomorrow's matches. I will likely be joining. There's only 2 rounds of games to be played tomorrow. There's yeah, 26th of January, 6th playoffs match, 26th of January. Okay, yep. Okay, so there's quite a few games to be played tomorrow, so I'll be joining some late around 4 p.m. or so, 4 p.m. GMT or so. If there's still games sort of left unmanned by English broadcast, then I'll be hopping in and playing. So, of course, if you are interested there, do hop in and I will be passing that one over. Regardless, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Oh, so suddenly you poison the air I breathe. But if you don't hate me, then why would you break me? Feel it in my bones, I'm about to lose control. Only so much I'm taking, so get yourself to safety. Cause baby, a storm is coming. You better heed the warning, pray. Don't stay, run away, 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 away. Feel how the rain is pouring. I'm at you like a hurricane. Don't stay, run away, 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 away. I'm a child.